Yo, what's up everybody? Hello and welcome to the Mapo TV stream. Tonight we've got StarCraft 2 casting action. Oh, it's been a long time coming. We've got a lot of good stuff here in the next few hours ahead of us. And yeah, I can't wait for this to start. I need to take care of a few things in the very beginning here, but that will be done very shortly, so stay tuned. We're gonna start in just a minute. First game is gonna be PvP, so be ready for a clown fiesta. Especially there's a Chinese player in there, so it should be a clown fiesta. Alright. Always feels long the week when I can't cast for 5 days in a row, but then we're back always on this Monday or Sunday or whatever you like it to be, and that's the wrong social placement. There it is. Now we're here in this PvP. Welcome everybody, welcome, by all means welcome. We have got in the top right Mr. Lemon, a Chinese player, and in the bottom left we have Creator, a Korean player. So Chinese player playing on the Chinese server means he's gonna be in the Chinese meta. That means they're kind of locked away from everybody else. It's really difficult to get anything else than the Chinese client going in China, and it's even more difficult to get the Chinese client going from outside of China. So even though those players have a way out, it's really difficult to get in. And yeah, they usually have their own meta game inside of that region. So the Chinese server did shut down over a kind of period of time, but now they have reopened it again, and China is apparently one of the biggest markets for Blizzard these days, so they're probably getting a lot of support. Now, in this game though, let's talk strategies. Lemon is going for a 1-gate expand extremely fast before cybernetics core, and Creator's not gonna see this, so Creator's going for the standard double gate on the high ground. He has the cybernetics core coming in. He doesn't know what's going on yet, but he's proxying, and this is gonna be a difficult hold. Let's see if Lemon can hold this. This would be a great play if this would be... Like, Lemon's play would be amazing if it's gonna be a 2-gate into Nexus from Creator, but this is a proxy, so this should be, if it's gonna be a robo proxy, it should just be a rock, paper, scissors win here for Creator. There's the robo coming in, and he doesn't even see this, so he's gonna see the 2 gates, and he will try to block a Nexus that's not coming. He does see the double gas, he sees full saturation. That means, hey, you're probably gonna throw down a tech building, or at least you're gonna get a few sentries. So if he sees the first unit, there's a big tell. There's the probe coming in, and he has to be wondering, hey, wait, that probe, I didn't see it on the way. Where do you come from? Now he throws down immediately 2 additional gates. I don't hate this choice. It's gonna be a 3-gate, so he has the potential to hold this, actually. He will miss this proxy though, and he's smelling it. He's smelling it. Creator's cooking something. So he doesn't get tricked. Oh, does the sentry drop the probe off? No, it just poofs. Okay, so Creator losing the probe a little bit sloppy there. Was definitely unnecessary. Could have kept that maybe for a little bit high ground vision while the Stalkers come in. But 2 sentries against 2 Stalkers here. The shield battery halfway done. The sentries will need to use some force field energy. Oh, you can't lose those units though, Lemon here. It's gonna bring in a probe to sacrifice their sacrificial probe. Still gonna have a difficult time to push down the ramp. The sentry is gonna get healed up though, and he will be able to fight this off for now. Now the funny thing is, like, the sentries peel through the shields, and they do it rather fast. They have the bonus for the shield, it's 10. But they don't really peel fast through the hull. So actually, Creator was a little bit premature there and then disengaging. He could have practically drained all of that shield battery energy, I feel like. And maybe even gotten one of the sentries, but he really did want to keep his units alive. Now the double stalker coming in with the War Prism here, but there's already so many gateway units. Those 3 gates really paying off here for Lemon right now, and he has already 10 workers more. He has 2 shield batteries in the natural, and he will get another weapon round very soon here, and that's gonna be another whatever. whatever he wants to make. Oh, he's gonna do this offensively. This is being seen though. Oh my god, Creator, is this... what the hell, man? So Creator had also did an offensive weapon. He needs to see this though. He does see the zealots, but he doesn't see it. He doesn't block with a pylon. The probe doesn't go out into the wall. Now, adept shading in here. And Prism is gonna ferry in the Immortal and Stalker. He will cancel the shade, weirdly enough. He might wanna recall those guys. Oh, what's going on here? This is so messy. So he will recall a few units and keep a few across the map. I'm not sure about the choice of units though that have been recalled here. So far, we haven't really been losing any probes yet. It's a decent defense for now, but why did he recall that Prism, man? But he needs to get this powered again. He needs to find this pylon. Oh my god, I can't believe it. He doesn't see the pylon. What a perfect placement there by Lemon. And the aggression is not happening. That means there's so much more money being mined right now for Lemon. He has a Stargate. He's making Phoenix now, so he can lift the Immortals. This is not looking good for Creator, I have to say. He might be out here in this game very soon. You will see these adepts as an adept defense. That means it's very cheap. In gas, he's throwing in 3 more stalkers. This is working perfectly for Lemon so far. That tactical zealot warping across the map that really took the wind out of the sail. If Creator just trades with probes and decides to go at that moment, I think he wins the game. But now, can he break this? I don't think so. There's so many stalkers. There's going to be another weapon round very soon here. There's already Phoenix to lift these Immortals. He does oh my god, he does... yeah, I guess he catches one Immortal, but they did evade for a second. There's one overcharge on a Phoenix to get that new Immortal lift, but there's a bunch of stalkers now for Creator. So, Lemon still needs to be careful. I think a overcharge on the shield battery would have been better here. He tries to snipe down that Immortal, but that doesn't work. The Phoenix does get sniped as well. So, questionable choice there in my, in my opinion. And Creator is trying to just bonk it down to break the wall here. And Lemon is trying to go. He's kind of not indecisive here what to fight. He fights the Immortal, then he fights the Prism, then he fights the Immortal again. He's trying to get this Immortal killed off. Creator, by the way, is not making another Immortal while he could currently. So definitely a little bit of a mistake in my opinion. He's trying to warp in as many units as he can. He has so many low stalkers here. Adepts coming in. A lot of probes have been killed in off. Oh my god, is Creator gonna make this just with Micro? He does lose the Prism though, so he's gonna remake a Prism. Can Lemon stabilize? He still has a worker lead, even sacrificing 8 probes. He's gonna bring in a few, he's gonna bring back a few probes. It's gonna be like 6 probes mining here again. And he's still making more probes. He's still making more Phoenix. Actually questionable choice, honestly. Phoenix are so, like, they're amazing if they snowball, but they're really weak and slow in small numbers. Like, look at this. He can't even kill that Stalker with the 2 Phoenix alone. He should have probably been making some more Void Rays, but this is still holdable here. Needs to be careful though, you don't want to lose the Phoenix, you need to kind of have them snowball, and if they don't do anything, they need to fight that Prism. There it comes, the Prism is gonna be necessary for another weapon round, so it kind of needs to... oh god, it needs to deploy, but it didn't work, because it's gonna get sniped by Lemon. Of course, they're inside the fight, so GG, it's gonna be called. Lemon does take the first map in this best of 3 set. Or series, or whatever you want to call it. Call it how you like it. Next map is gonna be Taito Citadel. Let's see if we're gonna see another gamble here from Lemon. He did have a good read into that game later on though. So yeah. But that scout immediately realizing what was happening there. Alright. See if we're gonna get a longer game this time. To swap the players here. Alright, got the interface set up. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on Taito Citadel. In the top left we've got Lemon, in the bottom right it's Creator, and here we go into this Clown Fiesta of a PvP. Already looked pretty decent there in that first map. Gotta say, a lot of weird strategy choices. Already that one gate into insta expand, and then Cybernetics go extremely greedy, working out there basically. And he needs to kind of know what's coming though. Like, he didn't know if it's gonna be an Oracle, he didn't know if it's gonna be an DT build or if it's gonna be a Robo build. The most common is the Robo, right? So he counters the Robo directly, and to be honest, his unit set or his kind of counterplay would also work against the Stargate, like Oracles, because he went into Stalkers, right? And he had 3 gates, so a lot of production, a lot of Stalkers. Yeah, that can work. Now, against the Robo, you kind of need that mass unit count. You want to have the mass shield batteries. He's doing the same thing again, by the way. Super fast Nexus. This time he's going to be scouted here by Creator. So what is he going to do against this? And yeah, so he's basically doing this, going into a Cybernetical next, and then scouting. And if it would have been DTs, he would have been straight up dead, right? Like, he would have needed to buy enough time with the force fields, but like 2 DTs, if they split up, well, it's not gonna get the time for you, and you're gonna lose something. So maybe even the whole game, chrono boosting like a Robo and whatnot for an observer, so would have been very difficult. But I guess with the force fields you can kind of, if you catch the DTs, you can kind of like delay and then maybe still make a playable game. But you'd be probably behind, sacrificing a lot of stuff to get that to just not die. Now Creator, is he gonna go into a double gate Nexus this game? That would mean that he's just gonna straight play from behind here. He does go into the double adept, it kind of signalizes, yeah, there's gonna be a Nexus. Oh man, I'm not sure about this choice. Oh, he's already down 1 game. Do you really want to play from behind in a PvP Merv in the next game? There's gonna be that sentry first here from Blue Protoss player is gonna send the hallucination in to see and scout what's going on. He already knows like the basic build, of course. He's seen the Nexus and now he wants to see the tech. He's gonna see that Twilight very easily. Of course, if it goes into a very long match, it doesn't really matter, right? This small advantage here in the early game. The issue is, oh, this could be good actually. He's gonna sacrifice a few adepts here for some probe damage. And he's gonna get a lot actually. That's a lot of probe damage. He's gonna get 1 more. The shield battery is gonna heal us up for now. And yeah, okay, Lemon will keep that one alive, but he doesn't get the adept. So that's pretty good for Creator. 1 adept for 4 probes. Yeah, I take that any day. And he almost evens out the probe count at this point. He's still a tiny bit behind, but honestly the blink is on the same time. He already has the production up, and yeah, now killing more probes here in the main. 1 additional one. So he gets 5 probes for 2 depths. That's a trade. Yeah, you're gonna be super happy, and that actually makes up for the deficit in the early game. For that slower Nexus. Creator immediately goes into a 3rd Nexus, super greedily here. This is gonna be seen though. Oh, and then Lemon went into that Robo, so he's gonna have a lot of firepower if he decides to go into Prism and Immortal very fast behind this. He can potentially push this one. His production is a tiny bit faster, but actually Creator is trying to keep up with this. He's going into the 3rd gate himself, he's going into the Robo himself, so if he places well enough defensively, well, he should just not lose this. And yeah, Lemon just throws down his own Nexus, decides it's time to say Forge, and gets into that and tries to get a lead from that angle. Now an upgrade lead, of course, in a mirror match is going to be extremely powerful, especially in a PvP. If you just use the same unit sets, yours are just going to be more powerful. So Forges are insanely valuable here. And Creator needs to match this, yeah. He's thrown down his own Forge, so the timing shouldn't be that off. It depends on chrono boosts now and on if you hit that correctly. There's gonna be that +1 already started. But it's gonna be a little bit of a moment for Creator where he's like, you got the Forge already, okay. But I mean, he sees also the state of the Nexus, he sees it's not done yet. So he's gonna be like, alright man, my Nexus is up, so I'm getting a lead somewhere while I'm getting behind on a different area. And oh, Adept Glaives, okay, Immortal Glaive, huh? He doesn't really have any adepts, so it's very difficult to actually read into this right now. It's weird, he doesn't literally have no adepts. Like, not a single one. While Creator has two. But he's still going into Glaives, and it's gonna be charged for Creator, so how this usually works out is Immortal Glaives is just gonna be better than the Charge Lords. Like, Immortal Charge is great against Blink Stalker compositions here. And it's gonna be a very simple composition, and you can go easily into that Templar Archives. This is like the key point. So it depends on if there's Archons or not in the fight. If there's gonna be a bunch of Archons, like 2, make it 3 Archons. The Adepts are gonna get shredded like nothing. But if there's no Archons in the fight, the Adepts will just chew through the Zealots like it's nothing, right? So it really depends on the Archons. And Lemon kind of needs to start to warp in some Adepts. He has still that Phoenix in his base, but he has so many Stalkers and Immortals at this point. He kind of needs to get the Adepts going. He did not make a Prism though, and honestly I don't really like this as a defensive composition. I think he's gonna go for an attack here. And if he can bust through, he might just be able to end the game and snowball from there, because Adepts are a super snowbally unit. It's difficult to kill buildings with Adepts, of course, but if you have like 1,000 Adepts, it doesn't matter, they still one-shot buildings eventually. When he sees the Adepts, he's probably like, wait, what? I hope he clicked on one. There's gonna be the first Archon though. He needs to warp in a couple more Archons. He's warping in 3 Stalkers, not sure about this choice. This Nexus should get cancelled, he's out of position. He will use the Stalkers though to try and kind of match this. There's no Prism, remember, so all of the Adepts have to be warped in at home here. A questionable choice by Lemon. It's 1-1 to 1, sorry, 1+1 to +1 here for both players. Creator will focus on the sentries, but the 3 Immortals really dishing out a bunch of damage there. And Lemon is just playing this as a map control kind of roaming army for now. There's the Prism though, finally, and now he can really go in and push this in a central position. Now we only have 1 Archon. Creator, I feel like you're underestimating this. He has so many Adepts, you kind of need to get this right. He needs the correct composition. 1 Archon is not going to do the trick, he needs like 3 Archons. He will lose the Nexus. Immortal Firepower pretty strong, and more Adepts are being warped in. Creator's falling behind in the supply. He's supply capped right now. That was a very crucial Nexus actually, and you really wanted to keep that alive, honestly. Now he cannot warp in any more units. He's behind already 20 in Yama supply, and there's going to be another warping round here for Lemon in just a moment. He's going to have that money here. Sparking up right now, and when it hits around 700, there's going to be 6 more Adepts here. Coming in, 2 more even, 8 gates, and a Nexus. He's been throwing that down as well here. And we're looking at, what, 38 Adepts at this point? Now this is a number where it's going to be difficult for Archons even to fight this, but like this is a place where you kind of want to go into Colossus, sorry, not Colossus, into Disruptors to match those. It's such a funny way how he plays this, and Creator honestly is really timid in fighting this. If he had those Archons earlier, I feel like he had a good opportunity to just match the army. Now he's just running around with the Blink Stalkers because those are relatively safe, right? It's also like a timid move. It doesn't really show a lot of courage and undecisiveness. So in a matchup like this, where you just need to be super decisive at times, it just is not one of his strengths. Now let's see how he can fail. I would like to see like a couple of hallucinated Archons, honestly. They soak so much damage from those Adepts. Now all of the Zealots charging in the front, the Archons are not fighting here. They need to be actually the tanks against those Adept fire, because the Adepts trying to shoot down Archons is like an Adept trying to shoot a Nexus. It just doesn't work. Now there's a huge arc here for Creator, but in the end he's fighting without the shield batteries. The Archons are starting to deplete in their shields, and he was so desperately trying to set up that base that he just kind of didn't really focus enough on the fight. It feels like there's gonna be a lot of Stalker weapons coming in right now here from Lemon, and he's gonna have that +3 eventually. Both players are sitting at 2-2 right now. Lemon's trying to push into this third base, and if he can just decimate enough of the units, that might be game over here. Oh, Creator's starting to pull some of the probes into the fight here. I don't think you ever want to do this against Adept compositions. They die so fast. Look at that. Yeah. No, big no. Kratos' army is gonna fall apart. I feel like he made a few crucial mistakes there. And that just didn't work out. Alright guys, we're coming very soon here to the next part. Alright, so let's hop into the next game here. In the bottom left we've got Percival, in the top right it's Lemon. Now Lemon did just beat Creator there, and well, let's see how he's gonna fare in the PvT I guess, not TvP. See what he can do there. Because Percival has been, like, he can be extremely good, and then he falls off again. Percival is a very interesting character, I feel like. Kinda has a lot of potential, you know? But he still needs to tap into that. And sometimes he does. I think it's... Wait, where did he make second place? Like, he has a few very good runs here and there. But he still needs to kind of get his major achievement. But he's really kind of starting to get out of his... like, he's starting to get into the upper echelon of players more and more. He's starting to beat those guys more and more. He's really redefining his builds. He's kind of strengthening out his macro plays. There's that SCV. Getting not killed by the probe, by the way. Really well done here. Very nice position that he was fighting. And that enables him to get that kill on the probe. Lemon must be a little bit salty about this. He's gonna... What is he gonna play? Okay, so we see a Nexus here from Lemon. On the other side, it's gonna be that command center into the factory. And one Marine to kind of scout around a little bit. So Percival is playing this quite blind. He's just looking for a probe. But he already killed that probe, so I'm not really sure what he's actually checking. He's checking if there's gonna be a follow-up probe, I guess, but that would be very weird, to be honest. Looking for maybe a proxy pylon, something set up. He's already thrown down a bunker, so he's playing this very safe. He's going into a reactor afterwards as well. And let's see if he gets a Cyclone. That's kind of the thing, you know, when Terrans are actually really good. They will get a very fast Cyclone. And that Cyclone, they just won't lose it. They'll keep it until they have like 3 tanks. And then they'll be super safe. Now he's gonna go into a Widow Mine, alright. So it's gonna be a drop potential here, or attempt. And that one bunker is gonna keep that SCV building the command center safe. That's gonna be some great defensive setup here for now. I mean, the Stalker can ignore... Oh, put it in the bunker! Yes! He tried to bait at the shot there. He was waiting for the shot. I mean, unnecessarily, of course, but really love to see stuff like this. Now 2 Stalkers coming in here. Can Lemon try to do something with this? It's gonna be hard though. Oh, actually pushing out with the Marines there. Dealing a little bit of damage. He has those 2 now injured SCVs down here. Now the craziest thing would be the guys going into the main and trading for 2 healthy ones into the natural there. That would be the... That would make my nerdgasm really go. But... for now, let's see what Lemon is doing. So he's doing that Robo 3-gate blink build. It's very standard, super solid build. And there's gonna be the Widow Mine drop coming in though. Now can Lemon do this? He has 2 Stalkers at home and that's kind of it. There's another one in the main. The Medivac is coming into the second though, into the natural. And he has a probe just in the right position here. He's throwing down a Nexus. Let's see if the vision is gonna be created here. No, so... Percival is actually going around. He sees that Nexus like, alright man, you're not gonna see me. Where did the SCV go? Okay, so he just scouted for that third on the other position. Now he did find it with a medevac. He pulls back the SCV. There's gonna be the medevac coming in. Boost is gonna be generated here. He does drop one middle mine. Oh, he could drop one on top here. There's gonna be the 3 stalkers though. So one, he loses the medevac. One probe gets killed. That's a pretty good defense for Lemon. And there's this one widow mine. Oh, this could ruin the day though. This could ruin. He knows it's there though. He has the vision on it. He just doesn't have the observer. I think it's probably... Oh, it's going across him. No, he's gonna wait for blink and just defuse it like this. Okay, so Lemon is safe and sound here. Not gonna lose 20 probes like MaxPax did the other day. And yeah. Like sometimes these cliffs, if you have a widow mine, like you see there is no vision right now for Lemon. Sometimes you can drop on top of these cliffs and put the widow mine there. And then you can get that big connection. There's gonna be the Liberator in the main though. There's nothing in the main to defend against this. We need to see an immediate pull here. And on the other side we do see a little bit of a attack here going into that third base. Tanks there though, but the blink on top of the tanks. The SCV is a little bit late to the repair though. But is that actually a little bit too much here? Lemon losing the whole army just to the Marines there. I don't think you really want to blink into the firepower of like 10 Marines or 15 Marines. It's just too much. GG is gonna be called, and Lemon already losing the first map here. Super fast there. To Percival. Percival looking very good. I mean, the first drop didn't really do anything, but the follow-up just worked perfectly. He had that Liberator going into the main, and at the same time the army coming in at the third. And yeah, I mean, there was a very questionable blink choice as well. There were no Zealots warped in, so no fodder. There was no shield battery, I think, on the third base, so it was a difficult hold to begin with. But you could have, you can like let the Nexus take some hits, right? And then you go in later. If you have the, like, of course you don't want to have the bunkers actually finish up, but maybe you want to have one more warping round, you know? The tank sieging up. Yeah, I can see it being difficult, but maybe you want to engage it earlier or something. But yeah, that medevac kind of keeping everything at home so long, really powerful there. And now we do have here in the bottom right of Winter Madness, it's Percival, and in the top left it is Lemon. Let's see what we're gonna get from Percival here. Wouldn't mind seeing that same pattern again. Worked really well for him. Just going into that fast kind of drop play, and then the fast follow-up on the third with the 3 SCV. The 3 SCV push and the double tank, right? It's a very common push in Terran Arsenal. But it really comes down to the execution. You can... That can be a game-ending push, as you saw there in that last game. And it really has a lot of potential. It's a very potent push. And I really like the Liberator addition into that one. It's a very uncommon choice to see that Liberator. So I'm actually a fan about this, because he know there was a lot of Stalkers, and he kind of baits away a bunch of the Stalkers into that main if he has to live there, or he denies the whole mining, right? So there's nothing really you can do with probes against this. You can't have a shield battery like against Banshees, for example, just to buy you time, right? There's nothing really you can do. The Liberator is gonna one-shot your probes, so yeah, shield battery, no. So what are you gonna do, right? So again, the same kind of style here from Percival. We see this with the bunker in the front here, and there's gonna be factory and the first second barracks, so it's gonna be different one. Also, we do have a Reaper this time here, which is kind of roaming around into that main, and the natural from Percival trying to kill a probe. He hasn't really found any damage yet, but that's fine. He's more of a scout. Did he spot that Twilight? No, he didn't, but that's also fine. You kind of know it's a Twilight anyways, right? It's a TVP. What are you gonna get, man? Gonna be Blink Stalkers. Twilight has been just too powerful, I feel like. It's so flexible, and it just opens so many possibilities for the Protoss to be first most. It's like the defensive mechanism, and second of all, it just opens the world to you. That blink play is just so good. Hero really kind of popularizing that at the right moment, it feels like. And that's like 3 years ago or something at this point. But it has become so standard. Remember when we did have the... Oops. Remember when we did have the... what is it called? Oh no, I forgot. Exactly, do you remember that, right? No? So do you remember... When you remember something, do you remember to remind yourself of that? But yeah, do you remember like the Archon drops and stuff in ZVP? Now of course it's the Oracle, but it's also the Blink follow-up, right? That makes the Oracle viable. If there was no Blink follow-up, that Oracle play just doesn't work like that. In ZVP, of course, or PvZ. Now here we're gonna get 2 additional gates, bringing us up to 4 gates. And we do have the Nexus coming in at the 3rd base. Percival, what are you gonna do, brother? He has the triple barracks follow-up already going into Marauders. The tech labs are researching stim and combat shields. He did forego +1. We usually see a engineering bay with this and the +1 damage upgrade. He did not get this one. I wonder if it's a mistake or if this is just how the build works for him. There's gonna be a Forge for Lemon. So the longer this game goes, the better it's gonna be eventually for Lemon. He's gonna pull ahead. But Percival will have a strong early mid-game force here. It's going onto a reactor in that factory even. So he skipped all the tanks, he just went into mass bioproduction and medivacs as fast as he could. Now what is this gonna do for him? Well, he will have these units now, and he can go and start roam the map. That's the thing. Oh, is he gonna scan this one? Did he notice? Well, he should have probably seen it. But he doesn't scan it. There's gonna be the 1 engineering bay, but I feel like at this point you even want to get 2. He's gonna have concussives though. That's gonna be a very nice addition here. He already has them. Oh, he stims very late, so he's gonna try to flank this with these few Marines, but the rest of the Stalkers do come in, and I wonder if Percival did overestimate his firepower there a little bit. He does grab that Observer finally. Combat shields and everything is done, but that +1 is very late. It's already midway done here for Lemon, and he's almost gonna finish up Chachi in just a second. Oh, Robo Bay is also on the way. We're gonna see some Colossi pop out, but that's gonna take a little bit. So, oh, another scan, but there was no Observer. I don't think he killed. Oh, he killed one. My bad. So he scans another Observer. Oh, he's gonna SCV pull this. Is this gonna work though? It's gonna be before Colossi, okay? It's gonna be before Colossi. He has 4 medivacs, which is a lot of healing power. Oh, I love that snipe. That was great. This could actually work, but I wonder that +1 is actually very late, so I'm not sure if this is gonna be it. That +1, if that would have been done, yeah. Without the +1, I'm not sure. So he can kill this base or he can chase the army. He's gonna decide to chase the army, but he needs to be careful not to overstim. He's gonna shave off a lot of units right now. He will depower one of the gates. There's 2 more gates finishing up. That's actually a very crucial pylon. He should try to kill that before the gates do finish up. There's gonna be another warp in here for Lemon available in just a second. And he will get those units warped in actually. Kill that pylon, bro. So he kills the Nexus, he kills the pylon. And he kills so many of the Stalkers there. He's gonna kill a lot of these probes as well. The Marines, they're shooting at the probes, they're not fighting the army. This looks terrible for Lemon. Can he stabilize? He only has 22 army supply. Is there any kind of rabbit he could pull out of the hat? There's already, again, a full saturation back at home for Percival. He has been keep on producing these SCVs. And the Bioforce is just too strong here. It doesn't seem to be any time broken. Lemon is gonna get defeated here in a 2. Wait, what? Percival did win the first game, right? I'm not crazy. Or did Lemon win the first game? Did Lemon win the first game? Did Lemon win the first? No, Percival won that, right? He won that. Yeah, he pushed on top of that crazy position. He won the first game, right? In 5 minutes, yeah. Oh, I got a runny nose right now. Too excited. Okay. Yeah, so Percival. Oh my god. Okay. So we've been in this very shortly here. Just a moment. Alrighty, let's go into this game. And, well, here in the bottom left we do have Percival, in the top right we've got Lemon again. Now let's see if Lemon can take a map here. Coming in with a probe scout. We can see the same build opening again here for Percival. It's going into that one Rex expand, it seems, not going into a second gas as of yet. And he will throw down at command center quite fast here with this. Nexus on the other side before the cybernetics go. So both players playing this as a kind of, yeah, as much as macro opening as you can kind of do. So there you go. Probe's trying to be pesky a little bit here to delay that command set a tiny bit. Doesn't really do too much. Marine on the way this time again, so we're gonna go back to the roots in the first game here. First of all. And on the other side, let's see. It feels like Lemon is just not putting in a dent so far, so he needs to make something happen. And he needs to make it happen fast, because this is just not working out for him. The other side, we're gonna see that factory reactor coming in. This could be, again, that Widowmine play. He's going to throw down a bunker. Like, weirdly enough, you can also play Hellions with this, of course, but Hellions would be a weird choice because he did not go for the engineering bay block, which you usually see with that kind of opening. If you want to play a Hellion opening, you usually go into the Engi bay block. He did not make a Reaper, so it can't really be that Hellion Reaper. Task Force we also see sometimes, but he will go into a Hellion at least. So that might be scouting. He's gonna go into a double Hellion here even. So let's see what he wants to do with this. You can always play a Hellion drop as well. So there is a lot of potential still to do something with those. It's just a little bit strange because usually this is not the way. It's a little bit off-brand. It's one of the weaker openings because, well, your firepower right now is quite weak. And this is gonna be scouted by Lemon as well. With the Phoenix, there's gonna be that Medivac coming in very soon. There we go. But yeah, 2 Hellions, 2 Widow Mines. That's interesting though. So he might try to run in the Hellions at the front while he throws in the Widow. Oh, that was a fast cancel here. So he wanted to get that blink going as fast as possible, and he cancels the Robo. He loses a little bit of money there. Throws down a Pylon now in the position because he thinks, I kind of wanted to make a building here. It's a very nice real estate property, land property and stuff, so yeah. That probe gets sniped here by the Hellions. Hellions still need to be careful. Don't want to take any damage before he actually kind of commits to his plan. Oh, it's got to be 4 Widowmine dropped in. And then Banshees. Okay, maybe a Raven. Gonna do a lot of Soparu. There's gotta be a Raven. Okay, don't hate it. Second barracks coming in as well. So 4 Widow Mines being dropped. 2 Hellions are gonna run in at that time. And yeah, 4 Widow Mines is actually a lot of firepower because, like, and health. It's gonna be difficult to kill all of them before they can burrow. So they will get up a position at least, or they will draw a lot of fire, a lot of time. Then the Hellions poking in at the front here. I think this was seen though. Lemon is kind of in position with 3 Stalkers. He doesn't have Blink yet. The boost is gonna commit here. Medivac is gonna drop the first Widow Mine. Now he's gonna drop a little bit more random. He lets the shoot, lets the hit go out. He drops 1 into the natural as well. The Hellions are not moving though. So he's gonna pick up 1 more Widow Mine. Oh, he gets... okay, 5 for 3 mines and 1 stuck Medivac. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to get that lead shot there. Yeah, it's gonna be the Hellions now going in though, and the Stalker's still not in position. Can he get 1 more volley? That would be 2 killed probes. Hey, yeah, this is good. 10 workers. He does not come in with the Medivac at the same time, but there's the Raven. He's gonna throw down an auto turret here in a moment into that natural. Again, there's 3 damaged probes. If you can target these, it's probably not gonna be in range, unfortunately, for those. But yeah, you will target fire, which I like to see, and there's no counter micro from Lemon not pulling away the probes. So 12 probes going down in like 1 cycle of aggression here from the Terran. That's a really good opening, very solid, very strong. And now we do see the triple barracks follow up. There's gonna be the combat shield stim again, there's gonna be that starport, and even 2 more barracks. So it's gonna go up to 5 barracks immediately here, shooting down his own supply depot there for a second because he thinks he doesn't need it anymore. Little does he know though, Medivac is still chilling here, and yeah, Lemon kind of again on the back foot, finishes up his Robo, oh, the Robo is super late by the way, there's no observers. So he cancelled that Robo for the blink and then he never remade it again. So his robotics is gonna be super late, and that Forge is spinning already. Usually you see the upgrade way after the Robo and the first few observers are out. At least he's gonna have that upgrade, but this time Percival did not miss his +1 and the engine bay. So this bio push is gonna be with +1 this time. But he will decide to do a double drop. So it's not gonna be that full-on frontal attack. Oh, he does find the observer, but he also lets the Raven be spotted, and probably, yeah, this is dead. He needs to throw down the auto turrets. He's gonna throw down 1, and that's it. That's an unfortunate pick-off for, or I guess a fortunate pick-off for Lemon, something that he can make work of. And yeah, unfortunately for Percival, didn't really get much out of that Raven. But this double drop, there is nothing in the main. There's gonna be a recall available, but he's also pressuring on the left side. It's a small force though, and it's really weird that Lemon is running from this. They're gonna have +1 in a moment though. Oh my god, they're actually chewing through those Stalkers really fast already without +1. There's gonna be that double drop into the main, already depleting all of these gates. Oh my god, what? Now he's dropping behind that forge. It's a full wall. This is like the perfect position for the Terran army to fight. There's no zealots. Widow Mines and Marines and Medivacs now pushing in at the 3rd base at the same time. Widow Mine Throwing down damage on that Immortal, and man, this was a swift 3-0 here. Percival. What a man. What a machine. Really hunkering down there. Complete destruction of Lemon there. Love to see it. Let's go into a ZVP. Let's see some Zerg. We've already seen a lot of Protoss, but what can you do? We will also have a ZVT afterwards, don't worry, there's gonna be every matchup. Wait, not every matchup, no ZVZ or something like that. I guess that's the only one we'll be missing today. It will be more of a... not the super tier players, but it's gonna be pretty good players. It's gonna be Cham and Shameless here. And this is gonna be best of 3, I think. So those guys playing it out. Let's see how Shameless is someone who kind of prefers a macro style. And Cham is probably the most random, weird style player that you'll ever find. So let's see what he's gonna do, because that might be just a random all-in cheese attack on like queens and lings and whatnot. Nidus. He does it kind of all, so... So far, of course, it's a standard opening, but this map kind of allows for a forward third, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Cham taking that and then just trying to make a queen walk happen from that position, because it's actually really fast into your opponent's natural. There's a quick queen walk if you can get that, and the creep is gonna be super fast out already across the map, and yeah, some lovely stuff. If you can make it work, of course. Now, of course, it's a PvZ, so the build-up is kind of slow. We need to wait for that Oracle harassment to finish off, and then we'll see what the players are going to be doing here. It's very rare to see anything that happens really before that Oracle and the third base and everything. It's gonna be the third base for Cham. He's not gonna take that forward one, so he won't be. This won't be like the most super aggressive queen push you can ever see. Well, let's wait and see what he wants exactly. What he wants to do exactly here. Shame is definitely, Shameless, I guess, is definitely someone who can bring it to Cham and can probably even beat him in a best of 3. Wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna be the Adept trying to deal some damage, but gets intercepted immediately by Cham. He's not someone who loses a lot to those kind of strategies. Oracle number 1 on the way. A little bit late on the Nexus, I feel like, though. I guess not. Wait, it's around 340-ish. So he completes the wall, then he moves out to get that Nexus in place. And I guess, yeah, this is how the build works. It's been a while since I've seen a PvZ. The Adept tried to trade in and get a little bit, but didn't really see much, didn't really find much. And 340, yeah, that's about it. See? Prophecy as foretold, 343. It's a quite fast Nexus already. So this is looking good here for Shameless. This build is very tight. And already working very solid here. Drone transfer happening there for Cham, and he's still making drones. He's already at 40 right now, which is pretty good. It's a very nice timing for him to overtake the Protoss at this point in worker count. So yeah, let's see how the Oracle harassment is gonna fare though, because In the end, it comes down to this. How many workers are you gonna keep alive? How many are gonna get killed? Double Oracle coming in here. One queen to push those away. He will activate and shoot the queen there. He misses the drone with one Oracle and one... Yeah, I guess this guy has to go home. He's at 12 HP. Only one drone, so really good defense for Cham. A little bit sloppy, I feel like, from Shameless. He had the opportunity to get two. And then, of course, very easily. And I think he also misfired there on the first hit on that. He probably A-clicked and clicked on the ground, and then he shot the queen. Now 3 Adepts coming in here as a follow-up. We see this a lot from him, by the way. He really likes to do this, and seems like Cham doesn't know that. So this is actually going very nice here. 4 drones already falling, a lot of mining time as well. He's gonna shade into the main. There's just not enough links to chase this down. Cham was relying a little bit too much on queens, then now he has to fight with drones. This is looking perfect, and yeah, fine. That's so good, actually. You can sacrifice all of these at this point. It's 8 drones falling. For 3 Adepts. Was almost getting that last shot in there on the drone. Didn't work out in the end, but this is a perfect opening for our Protoss players so far. Now Lynx are poking at the 3rd base, but there's a full-fledged Protoss army already in position, and the Oracle as well on top of that, so there's a no-go zone for any Zerg units, and well, this is a surprise. We're gonna see another hatchery come down a 4th base. There's still no lair though, so... Oh, sorry, there's the lair. Of course, he's making the Hydralisk then, what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's gonna be Hydra Roach here from Cham, and that's a little bit of a weirdo. But it's a very solid composition. Like, the weird thing about this, I guess, is this works really good if you are struggling with stability. It's a really good weapon for stability or choice. If you don't want to lose, you play this composition. It's difficult to win with it as well. You need to do some tactical moves, like you want to do drops or something, like massive drops. Not the small ones, like the really big ones. Now let's see how Shameless is gonna do this. Oh, if he could cancel the speed, that would be amazing. He's not gonna get it though. This will be denied by the Queen and sacrificed her life for the Roach Warren. And the 4th base is going down in a very different location. Now Shameless is taking the center position here for his 4th. It's going into Storm, it's going into Charge. It's looking like a full-on macro game here from our Protoss player, who's still poking across the map. Loses a Stalker there, and of course now with that Hydra Roach composition, he sees the composition as well. But I doubt that we'll see that many Roaches, honestly. I think he will probably move into Hydra Link composition. Or something different, maybe Hydra Link Bane even. For now, he does have a few Roaches though in his army as tanks, basically. Oh, there's the drop. As I said, you kind of need to do something with this if you really want to play this full on. A drop is kind of necessary. There's the drop Overlords. It's a massive drop. He has so many Hydras though. Now he makes the Roaches. But like 6 drop Overlords is not going to be enough for this amount of units. Like, look at that. And this is mostly Hydras. It's a bad composition. It's a bad composition choice right now. Not sure, Cham, if this is gonna work out, but maybe he just needs that surprise factor. There's gonna be 3 Zealots charging in at the 3rd. There's gonna be a few Roaches finishing up though. And we do have the full-on engage here at the center. There's a bunch of High Templars with so much energy. Roach Warren does get sniped. It's a crucial building that was just lost here. This drop is just gonna fly over the 3rd. I'm not sure if I like that. Now if he can snipe these Templars somehow, that would be amazing. He does not really get the click on this one. So we will drop here on the 3rd, but he just runs back with the army. What is he doing? Now he's gonna walk into the natural, it seems like, and the Protoss is already walking into the main base here of the Zerg. The Zerg, the Cham is having a lot of difficulties dealing with this. And on the other side, We do see Shameless, of course, is not really dealing with this at all, but he can sacrifice a few bases and just go for the recall. He's killing so much, he just needs to storm the ramp. Ah, I love that storm. Oh, yes. 36 drones already falling. There haven't really been that many probes being killed off, so it's 70 probes still alive. And we will see. Oh my god, yeah, he tries to snipe the High Templars there. He does get one with the full energy, which is quite good, but man, like, that's such a good fight here for our Protoss plane. Look at that, he even keeps the third alive. He throws down a bunch of extra pylons. The army size is kind of still comparative, but this is looking so good. And now he just recalls out. He could have even killed this area before he recalls back. But yeah, he can get all of these overlords if he decides to chase those with the Stalkers. The Hydras are just walking back. This is so good for Shameless. But if he could have killed this base instead, it might have been even better. But yeah, look at the worker count. We're looking at 39 to 68. If he throws down another Nexus right now, man, he's flying. He did lose the Cybernetics core. He did lose a few of his tech structures as well. Take a look at what has been lost. Yeah, Cybernetics core, the Nexus, and mostly just pylons, a couple gates, a little bit of infrastructure. Not the biggest deal. On the other side, the spawning pool was lost, so guys, we need to take a look at the queen count. We do have 2 queens right now, and we did lose a hatchery as well. And the spawning pool. Oh, so he remade the spawning pool. That's crucial, of course. You want to go Lingbane, right? You need that spawning pool. Hey, he kind of needs to remake queens as well to get that lava going again. But he will just try to work with his 40 drones right now, or 39, I guess, and then just try to kill. And the links are cheap. These overlords are not being seen right now. So this could be a good blindside, but Shameless is just looking so powerful. These links have 0-0, +2 of course on the Hydra, and +2 for the Protoss army though. So the links are just not gonna do too much. He will cancel this base. It's a nice maneuver. He drops into that third base as well, into the main as well, and he does cancel the fourth base here. The third base is also gonna be killed off. This maneuver is really good here for Cham right now, and it does do a lot. But there's also Zealots again inside the main base, the new main base I guess, or the natural. Oh, the storms, yeah man, he's gonna save this Nexus. Snipes the Overlord to try to pick up the units. The main also gets saved, even though we do have 40 probes going down. This is only evening down the probe count. Oh, and yeah, Cham's gonna GG, because he just doesn't get it done. My god. So 1-0 for Shameless here in this best of 3, I think. Really good, really well done. Let's go to the next map. 10,000 feet is gonna be the map. So far, Protoss is ahead. There we go. In the bottom right, we got Shameless. In the top left, we've got Cham. Now let's see what Cham is gonna do this game. He's gonna go into a Makrium. This is a very fast probe, by the way. So he really wants to go get that harassment going as fast as possible. Let's see what he can get done. If he can get the block on the Satchery, one might be quite nice. Of course, the Overlord, I think he saw the probe. I didn't actually notice. But yeah, so now he knows. Gonna have a difficult time in getting down his natural. So where we'll take the second base, it's gonna be at the third location, the forward one. So he does not go for that weird triangle down here, and he doesn't go for this one. This map allows for a very compact kind of 5-base setup. It's very interesting with that mineral kind of blocks going down there. The 3 bases, they kind of stick out though. And this is very harassable with oracles. You can fly in from here and go in, go out, go in and out. There's no way to stand queens over there, so really not the choice that I was expecting here. And I hope Shameless is gonna use this to his advantage. You see the Nexus good now? Excuse me. And the probe is gonna throw down center. Is this actually a wall? I hope he does not have a hole here. Oh, that would be terrible. And if there's a hole, I hope Cham is gonna notice this and is gonna poke for this hole. He still keeps that probe around that third base area. Maybe he wants to see what's being transferred. Maybe he wants to delay the queen. Maybe he wants to see the timing of that base, but I don't think he will see the timing. There's gonna be that drone though. Yeah, so he will see the base actually being taken. Oh, or not. Depends. So he's not gonna see it. It's funny, but yeah, the links of course come out to chase it away, so that's gonna be the time. I guess he just keeps it safe that the timing is not gonna be faster. It's like a definite timing there. There's gonna be the adept coming in here. It's gonna try to shoot down some drones. Can this work? Yeah, nice save there, gotta say. I mean, this was very obvious, but it's still a nice save. It looks really cool. There's the second adept coming in. No third adept as of yet. We did see the 3 adept last game, but we're not gonna see it this game. Also the oracles, of course, and that's where we're gonna see how much of a role this base plays. Kinda needs to have a spore around here, which is a funny position. The queens are going to chase down the adepts. There's an additional gateway to complement the wall. And the first oracle. So this is the moment of truth here and how good the defense for Cham is going to be. But he kind of needs to be in position because there's going to be the oracle and it can so easily swoop in and get some drones. He does kind of miss micro this again though. The oracle doesn't really been microed that well, and the first oracle, of course, if you send it out, there is going to be a small opportunity for Lynx to get a cancel, but with nice shading and actually the Lynx trying to chase down these adepts, this will not work out in a cancel. There's already too much health, the oracle comes back, is going to turn on the laser, even though he loses the triple adept. He will keep the base alive, so no cancel here for Shameless, and that's unfortunate for him. Sorry, for Cham, of course, fortunate for him. We do see the double oracle come in, but I feel like you want to try another swoop in here at that third base. It's just such a good location. So he only turns on one because the other one is out of energy, and honestly I'm not sure. Like, this is a very bad executional error. This is like a beginner's error, honestly. He's playing too fast to notice at this point, it seems, but yeah. That just didn't work out. It's gonna throw down the Twilight and Forge follow-up, which is so common for this build. And we will see that Blink come in very soon. After the Forge, the Twilight, of course, finishes up. Now, Oracles are going to deny a little bit of creep, and they'll just kind of scout around and look for any signs of any all-ins that might be happening. Like, are you going to make another 6 Dropper Lords, or are you going to make like 1,000 Banelings, or do you have like a macro hatch inside of your main, or something like that? I'm going to try to find any information that you can get. There's the 3 adepts, so he made 3 adepts again to shake those in. Let's see what he can get done. This is a lot later though than the last game. The queens are already here. There's 2 links to match this, and he made another round of links, so this is gonna be dealt with quite easily, and only 4 probes this time. It's gonna be the triple oracle and a spire. Oh, I love to see this. Okay, so let's see if he can kind of hide that spire long enough. He's only making links. He has a Roach Warren, and I think this was seen, yeah, so the Roach Warren is kind of in plain sight there. It's like, yeah man, got Roach Warren, there you go. Now, he needs to deny the scout though. You don't want to have these oracles just come in and see the spire. Oh, he sees the spire, there's the tag. Maybe a little bit of a different position would have been better. Will he cancel the spire after the tag runs out? It's still very early, the tag should run out before it finishes. And he's actually just making roaches. He might just let it finish, but only make roaches. We don't see the reaction yet from Shameless though. He's not starting to produce any Phoenix. And he's just going into charge, going into his +1. So he says like, alright, if it's low numbers, we'll deal with it with the the Blink Stalkers, and if it's gonna be high numbers, we can still go into Phoenix from that point on. We just throw down a second Stargate and then go into Phoenix production, I guess. Yeah, so far it's just gonna be the Hydra Roach. Sorry, the Ling Roach, excuse me there. Can he get a cancel here? That's a nice cancel there with the Lynx. The Stalker's just kind of chilling in the front here, not really doing anything, and there's a lot of roaches coming in very soon. Again, Lynx trying to go for a cancel here, but the Oracles are this time at home. This also means they are not going to be in the front throwing down additional stasis traps here for this army, so there's only one stasis trap. There might be actually an opportunity for Champ to crush this army. Gets a cancel on a shield battery, I think. But there we go. Oh no, it was a cannon actually. 150 minerals. Now there is the big commitment here to this fight. And there's also the Oracles coming in at the north. They already killed one queen. There's a second queen going down, but they are stopped being microed. He just pulls them out. It's gonna deactivate those, and the Oracles are not gonna do any more damage as of yet. So he is gonna focus on the defense. The Oracles are coming home. He still has some energy in those, so he should be able to push back this force and quite easily kill down 5 Ravagers. I don't think they're gonna hold long against 3 Oracles with this much energy. He actually needed to overcharge one of those. Which he didn't do yet, and he still has the overcharge. Oh, the Oracles are gonna get almost sniped there, one. Almost dying, so he overcharges one of those. And the other 2 are basically out of energy. This is not the best Oracle micro we've seen. He could have easily killed that last Ravager. I mean, there we go. It's a one-click move. I guess if you need to turn on the Oracle again. It's maybe 2 clicks, but yeah. It's a very easy snipe there. Now 4th base here for Champ is established. He's starting to... Well, he's only running on 68 drones, so he's actually very committed. He's not really going into any additional tech right now. But this is going to be difficult to be won here without any further additions to his army. He's just going to go Ling, Roach, Ravager, I guess. He's already maxed though. This is a very powerful push at this moment. And the AoE is not done yet for Shameless, so I think the space is gonna be cancelled 100% again. But there's the Oracles. One Oracle is gonna die that had a bunch of energy. Really good sniping there from Cham. And again, sloppy from Shameless. He does get that, let that base get cancelled. Just finally get some Zealots in the mix. But like, you kind of need those Zealots in front of your actual army. There's gonna be a snipe on that Nexus. Cham is looking like he's on fire in this game right now. He has half of his army fighting the Stalkers, and the other half is just destroying what Shameless has made so far. And yeah, so many roaches, man, it's insane. He has +1 with this, he's going into +2, he's going into Baneless, he's going into another Queen, which is interesting. He needs to make some more drones though, because he's losing drones. He killed 30 workers, but he also lost 6 himself. And now these roaches are going to get overpowered. There's going to be some more reinforcements coming in. Roaches only, but yeah, this should not happen. You want to turn around here. This could be a way for his opponent back into the game. Mr. Cham, you don't want to let that happen. He needs his roaches to be together here. He needs to get that unit on the front line. And there we go, finally. The roaches are going to start to trade against these Stalkers, but the Stalkers just trade so good. Can Cham do this? He didn't pull any, like, I feel like he needed to pull workers with this or sacrifice his base. He didn't really have the link fodder to work with this either, and this army is just so powerful, but eventually the Blink Stalkers will be fading away because there's just not that much going on for him. He has 7 gates. I think he can produce a bunch of Stalkers from 7 gates still. He doesn't take another Nexus. Oh, he's gonna take another Nexus. So this army is not getting reinforced. But he might be able to take this base. Cham's trying his damnedest to kind of hold that. So far, this is looking good for Shameless here in the counterattack. The snowball is happening. He snipes that base, he does get a score point there for himself, and he is re-establishing his own third. He actually goes into the High Templars and the Storm as a follow-up, but that might be a little bit overconfident here. And there's actually some links coming in, so he evacuated those High Templars smartly, but that's his own whole force kind of. He needs to stand them in that wall even. And whoops in a couple of Zealots. He still has his Oracles, man. Very, very good actually to keep them alive for so long. Still 2 are alive here. But Cham's army is starting to look very formidable again now with the links. Oh, if he can catch this army here from Shameless, it's gonna be lights out very easily. Roaches and Ravagers coming in, a lot of links, a lot of Stalkers do get caught here. But in the end, Shameless does bring the bulk of his army back to the safety of his Storm. And Cham kind of needs to reconsider how to do this. The Oracles are raining down pain from above. And this army is just a little bit too powerful with that Storm. Baneling Nest on the way here. Didn't he do one already? He has one. So this is Cham going on autopilot and being like dumb right now. It's literally him being dumb. He has links even. He can select them, can make Banes. He doesn't have the Bane speed, of course. But he can make Banelings already. And let's see if Cham can win this if he's like so uncollected at this moment. Oh, I think he cancelled it. He cancelled the... He found his Baneling Nest, he starts speed, he cancels the other one. There we go, there's the Carcass. The cancelled one. The cancelled Birth Chamber. And Shameless is trying to kind of solidify his position on these 3 bases. But this one's running out very soon. And... kind of needs to set up a 4th. There we go. Finally grabbing that 4th base again. Really like this one. So yeah, lovely stuff here. Now, Cham is roaming with a big army and he's starting to add in Banes. If he can get the correct fight, that's all he needs. Sometimes one fight is all you need. Maybe... Shameless though is kind of doing the same thing. He has so much energy stacked on these High Templars. But of course it's gonna be a different beast now with that Storm to engage on for Cham. Also the Banes are there, the speed is not there. Finally finishing up here. So the fight on the bottom left is going very much in favor. Oh my god, the Banes to crash in all of the High Templars. That's all you kind of need to do here. Now he just needs to whittle down the Stalker army. And all of that AoE is gone. He can't even bring back his own army. He can fight with drones. He can do whatever he wants to. His army is still standing strong on the other side of the map. And one Oracle is not going to do the trick here. All of these Stalkers are falling down. Oh my god, those Banes running into the High Templars. That was the moment. That was the moment. GG is going to be called. And Cham is going to take another map. Or his first map, I guess. Going to make this an even series for now. Let's go into the deciding map. It's going to be Mothership here, like this map. Yep. Mothership Ladder Edition. And we're looking at a 1-1 between these two players. Let's jump into the map. In the bottom center position we've got Shameless. In the top right position we've got Cham. And let's see how they're gonna do this. They're gonna play this one. Oh, is he going for a Nexus first? Probably not, it's just a low ground wall pylon, but like for some reason I just decided now it's time for a Nexus first. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Nah, we're gonna see that probe come in for that gateway. There we go. And it's a pool first for Cham. Oh, wow. So he's kind of countering or trying to counter a Nexus first. Does this even counter a Nexus first? I'm not sure. Maybe he just tries to counter a double gate Which can also happen on this map. Like, this map opens up the possibilities for some weird openings. Because of the way how scouting works. Like, you can get away with Gambit sometimes, and sometimes you just fall flat because, well, your opponent did just have the counter build. Now he sees that early pull, he sees the late natural, and yeah. He will go into a cybernetics core before his Nexus. He will try to solidify his position as well. Cham, by the way, will find Shameless with his Overlord. So he's going into the right direction here. And that's gonna be very helpful for him. Let's see how Cham wants to follow this up, though. I wouldn't mind to see like a Ling Hydra push, very early one. Or maybe a Baneling Bust. I mean, not a Baneling Bust at this time, but like trying to do... Oh, what I haven't seen in a long time would be like a Baneling Drop, to be honest. I don't want to see that again. Baneling Drops. Very out of fashion since that +2 doesn't kill probes in one shot anymore. So out of fashion. And then Scouting Probe is gonna get killed off. Third base coming on here. Stargate on the other way. On the other side. On the way. Overlord did sneak in here. Well, I guess he's gonna sneak out. So he hasn't seen the Stargate, but he will find it with the links now. He's gonna check that wall, and there's the Stargate, there's the Oracle, he sees the Chrono, he knows the timing. It's just a standard timing. And the Stargate has been committed to. So we won't see anything crazy with links. Maybe he's gonna make a few to try and cancel this base again, but the Adept is not even going across the map, so he's just chilling back here at home. Oracle's gonna fly, see what it can find here, but probably more for scouting purposes. Probably, of course, he will always try to get that one probe or drone. Coming in, oh, immediately run into double queen, nice pull away there on the probes, on the workers. And he will keep those safe. Just droning so far here for Cham, and he's very aggressively droning. He's actually not making too many queens. He's only sitting on 4 while we usually see Zerg players go up to 6 at this point. He's kind of going into additional drones rather than additional queens, which is kind of interesting to see. It's interesting also because I have noticed this. Protoss are way more conservative with their Oracle harassment. They used to go in super aggressive and trade as many drones as they could get. But that's really a thing of the past. It's so trendy right now to just scout with the Oracles and then like maybe get one drone or so. And just conserve the energy for any eventual Ling attacks or big road driver attacks or something like that. That's a nice round here. We'll get that Adept. The shield battery is not going to be ready. Might get the second Adept as well. It's going to be single weapons, just not how this works. And yeah, that's a lot of damage here being dealt by Cham. Shameless definitely underestimating this. So very nice. And those Lynx have been scouting the main base for a long time. Fourth base on the way here for Cham. Again, has a few Lynx going across the map. But those are not gonna find much. As I say that though, there's gonna be another dead probe potentially here. They would at least... Nah, not even deplete the ship battery. I guess, yeah, didn't really do anything. That queen goes down to the Oryx though. That's a little bit sloppy, and we noticed that this guy was already queen light in the first place, so he went up to 4 queens for his 4 hatches, but he loses one now, so he doesn't have that inject going for this one. No transfuse energies, no additional kind of creep tumor places, stuff like that. So yeah, losing queen is actually super painful. We do see that this Hydro Den has been scouted now. There's a storm coming in very soon. There's already 4 High Templars accumulating energy here. I like them being spread usually across the bases, but I guess if you have them outside, it's very easy to kind of roam with those. And this game has a very slow startup so far. Not much has been killed off. 9 workers with that 1 Ling attack. That was really good. But that's about it. 1 queen, 1 drone have been fallen. A few adepts, of course, did get killed by the Lynx as well. And yeah, it's basically gonna be a mid-game push here from someone. Don't really expect either play. I guess Shameless really wants to go into the ultra late game. Oh, he loses 1 Oracle here. And rounds into a few Hydras. Definitely a mistake. But yeah, Cham is not really the guy that strikes me as the I want to be the late. I want to be Vipers and Infestus in your face, you know. I want to be Brute Lords. I want to be 17 bases. No, he's kind of the guy like, yep, I've got 5 bases set up right now. We've got 3 queens going, and now we do have Hydras, we do have Roaches, we do have Lynx. That's all we need. Let's go. And there he goes. Another 5 Dropper Lords. Another big drop. So his idea, let's drop this. Drop the hammer. And then again attack here in the front. He will drop in the natural and attack at the front at the same time. This time we do have a bunch of storms stacked up though, and Shameless doesn't seem to be moving out here anytime soon right now. He has a few harassment tools, but there's also, oh god, what is this additional attack here from our Zerg player. Now let's see how this is gonna work out. He does find this drop though with that prism, so he will move in position with a bunch of stalkers. Also, he did know about this army here coming on the left side. Now there's gonna be the storms, no Micron for now, but no storm here in that natural base, and there's gonna be a lot of units being dropped as well. So I'm not sure about this defense, while the third base defense is also kind of falling apart here. Is Shameless, man, is this, what, is this actually happening? So he will be able, I guess, to keep himself. The split wasn't really good, huh? He will be able to defend on both sides, but really intensive costs here, so... Yeah, this was a good attack by Cham. He also killed 10 workers, of course. Fighting inside a mineral line always does that. He doesn't really want to lose these Dropper Lords. It's actually a big investment as well. So we can kind of get them back and recycle those. Nah... Oh, come on, man. You know this map. It doesn't have the blockers. It just doesn't work. There's no airspace there. Oh, man. So he loses all of those. That's actually quite painful in the end there. Talent does really go well for Shameless. Red supply for our for our Zerg player. Infestation Pit coming online. So he opens up the possibility for a hive. This could only be... Now he makes more Dropper Lords. Oh yeah, man. If you just would have moved those back, huh? You still had 5. But this is gonna be for lurker drops, of course. It's gonna be only 4 lurkers, so he only needs 2. I guess he has a few more. But he doesn't have the Overlords. At least not Dropper Lords. There's gonna be that Fleet Beacon and the Stargate come in. I mean, the second Stargate, of course. for, well, I guess it could be Tempest, it could be Carriers. I'll have to wait and see. It's gotta be Tempest, alright, so he decides he wants to go at the chip away army. There's gonna be the Lurker drop. Let's see what Cham can get done with this. Oh, so he's spreading out the Lurkers. He has one over here, he's bringing one to the front. He also brings in his army. But this is a lot of pain being distributed. That's a lot of pain as well, though. Whoa, those storms are amazing. But these Lurkers are doing fine here. And where's the Robo? Where's the Observers? Like, this is not working out right now. There's an Observer finally coming back, but he doesn't even have the units in place. So Lurkers will get even picked up and re-dropped here. I hope, like, focus on that Forge. That would be kind of a cool target, wouldn't it? He has one in that third base as well, the fourth base as well. Oh my god, man. It's just that thing ran in with the army. And there's gonna be another follow-up army coming in here for Cham. Oh, he does delay that Forge upgrade. Unpowers. One Tempest to try to clear this. This is not how this works, Shameless. You need to have something else to deal with this fast. This is so much mining time that he's losing right now. Look at the income graph. It's insane. It's 2.5k more for Cham right now. That's basically like 2.5k per minute that Shameless is missing right now. So he gets finally that natural run again. The main base is still not running. The third base is open, but it's not saturated right now. He doesn't even have the probes at this point. He lost so many workers as well. A big attack here again from Cham coming in. I'm gonna smack down a few more workers as well. And if you can get that Nexus, that would be amazing. There's gonna be a little bit of counter damage though. That Spore was not in position to deal with this Warp Prism. And a bunch of Zealots are gonna start to clear some drones here, but not too many. And Cham is kind of, he's leaving a little bit of his force behind here, while evacuating most of the rest. Finally the last Lurker has been killed. Did he lose that? Yeah, he did lose. Oh my god, he loses the frickin' fleet beacon. I can't believe it. So 2 Lurkers. Imagine that. It's 2 Lurkers. They must have really been working overtime on that frickin' fleet beacon to get that one destroyed. He's gonna block this with it. And then he moves into the Overlord. Oh, it's gonna get killed off though. Oh, 1 HP. The regen. Because he didn't have any pylons here. Of course, also we do have this going on at the same time. Yeah, big army pushing at the front. Lings flooding into the natural as well. This game is going so well for Cham right now. It's insane. Definitely his to lose at this stage. And he's kind of attacking Shameless everywhere, pulling them apart here. And then kind of just poking in here at the third base. He's going to lose some units, yeah. It's fine, that's fine. He loses more, like he trades worse, but he just kills so much. There's no mining going on right now. Look at the income. It's almost non-existent for a pros player. He's losing Nexi, he's losing workers. He's oh my god, he's losing so much. He's losing supply. He can't even, needs to warp in more pylons. He can't even work on his army because he doesn't have the free supply, because all of the infrastructure he set up is just getting decimated. I mean, look at how many buildings have been destroyed. 10 pylons, 5 cannons, 2 shield batteries. The Twilight has been killed off, the Fleet Beacon has been killed off, the Cybernetics Core has been killed off once. Does he even have one right now? He doesn't have one. He has 2 Stargates, which he can't use because he doesn't have the Fleet Beacon anymore. He can only make like Archon and Zealot. Which he's doing right now, but there's Lurkers. Like, Archon Zealot is not what you want against Lurkers. I wonder why he has so many Corruptors. It's just to kill these 2 Tempests. There's gonna be 1 Storm that's been thrown down kind of onto nothing, like 1 Corruptor, that's it. The Lurkers are just unbreakable here for this army for Shameless. It's a very, very tiny last hurrah. We do see 1 Immortal trying to be immortal against a bunch of Lings, but that's never gonna work out. And Shameless brought in all of the High Templars, so he has a lot of Storm right now. But this is his army basically, like 1 Muta could kill this. And GG is gonna be called. Shameless. Does lose to Cham here in this best of 3. Champ gets the win. Well, let's go into a ZVT here. Oh boy. It's gonna be a best of 5. We'll start this in a moment, just give me a second. One moment. Okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna go pee real quick here and then we will go into that next match. The best of 5 between Champ and Bian. Okay. Damn. Okay, gonna be right back, yeah. I still need to ban that guy. 1 second. Alright, gonna be right back. Alright. Finally. Finally we can get back onto this, and it's gonna be a best of 5, and here we go. In the bottom right of 10,000 feet we do have the Terran player Björn, and in the top left we do have Cham, the Zerg. Now TVZ is not the strongest matchup, or ZVT I should say, for Cham here, but he can definitely hold his own. His best matchup would be ZVZ, by the way, if you're wondering. Funny how that works. Yeah, Björn, of course, one of the greatest in this matchup. One of the meta-defining players at some points, and yeah, probably one of the most micro-intensive players. So a lot of experience as well, and a really grindy person. So yeah, like to see stuff like this. There we go. Getting up into the natural base here, and there should be a 3cc opening for the Terrans, so no big surprises here on that early, on the early build order choices. And very straightforward stuff. See that orbital morphing in right now, and there's gonna be the natural being taken here for Björn. Of course, the Reaper coming in there, no marine opening, no reactor first. Of course, the Reaper against Cham is actually kind of a good thing, kind of a necessary thing, because Cham sometimes can do very weird things. If you see a player go for a bending bus, it would be him, Shin, or Dark. Like one of these. The other ones, they just never would do it. But yeah, and with these guys, what I'm trying to say is, like, you really don't know what you're gonna get. It could be literally everything, or anything, or whatever. There's the third base. The Reaper doesn't get a block off, but the Queen is delayed, so the Queens are late in favor of the third base being there faster. So there's a lot of micro potential. He just shoots from the high ground. I love this, kind of just chilling there on that ledge, shooting down the drones. This is so annoying for Cham, but he can still mine in this location. Now he can't even actually, he needs to get vision on the high ground. But the Reaper is gonna jump out. Will he get caught though? Oh, he does get away there, slippery man. Did bath in some olive oil or something earlier. He does get away, and he does stand in the front. It's gonna be annoying trying to snipe those creep churmers. Of course, there's gonna be the Hellion production starting up, and the Tech Lab coming in for the Banshees. We do see a double gas before the third command center. That usually means that we will see something along those lines of cloak for the Banshees. Yes, exactly. That means we usually see cloak for the Banshees. Let's see if we're gonna get it. He might just go into a very fast sim, but yeah, there's the cloak already coming online. Does get a snipe there on the Crypt Tumor. Very nice bouncing there as well on that Queen to get the confirmed kill and not take too much damage himself. 4 Hellions starting to go across the map. Of course, 3 to one-shot a drone, 4 because you produce 2x2, so there you go. One-shot potential coming in here for our Terran player. Gonna roam in here, he's gonna try to find an entry, but Lynx are gonna be in position, the Queens are gonna shoot at this as well, and already 2 Hellions do die here. He does get all of these Lynx destroyed, but all of the Hellions also do fall apart. He gets a couple shots, I guess, on the drones. He gets 1 drone, that's about it. Almost gets another one. I think he misfired a tiny bit at that tail end. There's the third command center, of course. It is delayed because of that Banshee with the cloak and the faster gas. Now 2 more barracks coming in here. And eventually we'll see that swap around. 1 Banshee, didn't really find anything here. Is in position though, but there's already a Spore. Also the Hellions do come in now as well. 2 only though, so no one-shot potential here. He does get 2 drones, I guess. There's the Banshee coming in, shooting, fighting with the Spore a little bit, it seems like. Now rotating into the main. And then he's gonna cloak. But there's also a spore, so... No, not gonna find much here. Second Banshee joining up here. The brother in arms. Brothers in arms. We have the double engineering bay joining in and 2 more barracks. Actually, they're on the low ground. It's kind of a funny position. There's no overseer, so this queen, not being microed, is gonna die. One of the drones also dying. Maybe Cham was picking his nose or something, not sure. Let's lose 6 in total at this point, so we're still counting 7. More and more drones are falling. There's the tank production, plus 1-1. Coming in 1-1 on range and carapace here. It's gonna be that. Oh, he does kill 1 Banshee, but not 2, because the cloak runs out. I think cloak does also run out. He can kill the queen though. Oh, there's gonna be that transfuse. So, no. You could probably still get that queen, but not with the others supporting in now. So Banshee's just gonna chill there. Oh no, it actually gets leashed in by the queen, so was not on her position, not in a good spot. Targetable, rangeable. Bjorn taking his third base here, pushing out a little bit. Has a bunch of marines ready for the double drop, but there's only 1 medevac. There's the second one, okay. Double marine drop. Now he's gonna try to do something with the Banshee at the same time. You kinda wanna pre-cloak, right? Even if it's just a half second or something. You can get just a tiny bit faster inside. Snipes an Overlord. Snipes a little bit of creep. He really waits for that combat shield upgrade to finish, and it's done now. But already enough Ling and Hydra in position here to push this back again. And he will just pack up and go home, so playing this very conservative. He will join up with his rest, which is gonna be 2 tanks and another bunch of marines here. No additional medevacs yet. They are just popping out right now. I wonder if he joins them up with this force. I think you do. And yeah, look at these tanks, man. This tank can actually shoot the drones if he gets the vision. Coming in hot now with the marines here. But Infesta with a great fungal. Wow, from downtown. Killing off so many of those marines. That was really great engage here by Cham. A nice pushback. And he will decimate the whole of that army. I guess Bjorn keeps the medevacs alive, which is a crucial piece of that composition. So yeah, good on him. Should probably add a bunker here or something. The Banshee comes in again, kills a few more drones. Oh my god, and it still lives 3 HP. What an annoying thing to deal with. Where is it now? There it goes. Does it come in, or does it actually rotate down? No, it comes in, shoots once, and then gets killed by that spore. If he goes to the other geyser, where he wanted to go in the first place, he gets so many kills. There's gonna be the sensor turret here for Bjorn, kind of monitoring this whole map. There's gonna be a double drop coming in, and this is outside of vision. There's no overlord down here. Oh my god, this could be devastating. He sees 2 marines, but there's already all of them unloaded. They're coming, they could snipe the lair. Nah, I don't think the army was close enough here. There's 1 bailing inside as well. So this is not gonna work out here for Bjorn. And also he's fighting on the right side as well, so he needs to micro on 2 fronts at the same moment, which is basically impossible. So yeah, there you go. Oh, he has tanks stuck in production here. That supply cap, that supply log really hitting him quite hard. They're dropping a supply depot. I guess he's not losing as many units as he's used to in these fights. But yeah, I really like this position for tanks. Now you can shell away at these drones. So Pretty lovely stuff here. Cham is finally starting to establish like the creep presence over here. And honestly, Bjorn, you can kind of push with a sensor turret. Yeah, he brings an SCV, but that gets sniped. And the big attack is starting to happen here. Infest is coming in as well. Everything's surrounded. Oh my god, this is getting swallowed up by the Zerg army. Wow, that was a really good clear. Now all of the medivacs! Oh my god! That was like Black Hawk down. That was the moment from Black Hawk down. Like everything flies through the frickin' fire and everything just goes into nothingness. Adrenaline upgrade here is not gonna be cancelled. And Hive, only 1000 HP left. It's like a 2/3 of a normal hatchery, so it's not that terrible. There's a macro hatch now coming on here, so you will try to play this very link heavy. These drones need to get back mining here. That's a lot of income you're missing there, my friend. I wonder when we fix this. And Bjorn, I mean, he's still making command centers and more factories, which is interesting. So going up to a 3rd factory. And he's kind of rallying his tanks into the opponent right now. That's not how it's supposed to work. So the tank is going to be caught, but the Marines do kill a few workers. And yeah, 3 do die. And there's the medivac with the F2. Like honestly, most players would level up their game by just unbinding F2. Excuse me, I hit the mute just in time for the sneeze, I think, but that was a big one. That was a big sneeze. Okay, so both players just building up. So sorry. Both players just building up. We have 5 command centers on the way here for Bjorn right now. That's so many. So going into a heavy macro game here. Ghosts on the way. We do see the +2 on weapons for tanks. It's a good map for tanks, of course. There's a lot of kind of ledges. Not even ledges. There's a lot of like dead space where you just can't traverse. So they have some natural obstructions to work around. And you can watch over those, you can like look past those because they're on the same level, like from here to here you can see. So the tanks are just gonna be natural shooting at so many things already. Well, naturally. It's trying to grab this army from Cham here and get it to engage into this position which is set up with the tanks, but to be honest, just building like solidifications across the map. We do see Cham though going into heavy tech, and that's a perfect scan. 2, 3, +1 for fly attacks, greater spire. Like this is the moment where Bjorn sees, alright, you're not gonna mess around, you're gonna take another base and then we're gonna play split map. But Cham needs to take this base here, this base and where he is right now, and the other one on the other side, because he needs to start to mine those out as fast as possible. If we take a look at the trading, it is quite even. Actually, Bjorn has lost more, but now with the ghosts come in, this should swing eventually in the favor of Bjorn, and that by quite a mile. Of course, with all of these tanks in defensive positions now, with sensor turrets coming up, Thor's coming in as well, planetary fortresses, there's gonna be so many investments that need to be made for Cham to just kind of keep the playground even, right? Then this is a bunch of money that you need to throw at the Terran so you can actually just keep on playing the game. Now Bjorn has too many SCVs. He has so many orbitals at this point. He's just finishing up 3 more. We're looking at 6, 7, 8. I think it's 8. So he has 8 orbitals and 2 planetary fortresses, and he still has more commands. He's actually going into more and more Thors here, which is funny to see. Goes to try to shoot down these guys. Now, Cham is trying to attack here in the bottom left position, and there's no defenses yet set up, there's no sensor turret yet. The two command centers he tried to build, they are not done yet. He needs kind of two command centers here as well to block. The tank doesn't even get killed. Oh god! That was a terrible attack. This on the bottom left was quite good though. He killed the command center and he kind of opened up that position. Now two more command centers, a missile turret. Please place also a sense turret over here. You can see that. You know, way faster. 14 Broodlords though. Oh my god. We do have a few Thors already. Sorry, not the right term. It's only 3 though. 14 Broodlords. It's gonna be an issue. There's no Neural though. So we do have those 3 Infestors and they could really ruin the day, but they don't have a Neural. He also does not go for the Shroud upgrade yet, which is kind of interesting to see. I mean, you can really work well against Terran with those Shrouds, right? Can aggressively engage with Ultras like they are gonna be insanely powerful, or Lings even. I wonder if he knows about this upgrade and the change. Now he makes a couple of Vipers. And he will start to push in here with the Broodlords. This occasion we do have a bunch of Vikings, but he has too many SCVs. He's lacking the firepower. Oh, there's even more Vikings, so he's purposefully only using a few. Oh, these are not ready yet, so no planetary in position. Ling Bane coming in. I'm gonna wipe this. And the Hydras, of course. They're gonna shoot down these command centers. He needs to fly back those CCs. He can't lose all of them. It's gonna be a terrible blow. We'll bring in the Vikings and a few ghosts now. There we go. So he doesn't lose these structures and he will rearrange them now. This is gonna be planetary then, and this is gonna be an orbiter. It's kind of funny. But this is clustered now, so Banelings over here would splash over all of these. And you will just evacuate this orbital, I guess. Where will he land it though? Oh, okay, down here. He's making so many command centers. It's a little bit too much, isn't it? Like, you really need to use them then. You need to kind of throw down those mules. You need to throw away those SCVs. Like, he can throw away like 30 SCVs at this point. They're easy. 45 SCVs is gonna be fine. Zerg still hasn't been mining the map, the bases that he kind of needs to mine. Now, can he kill those Broodlords, or are the Vipers gonna decimate that Viking count first? There's gonna be that run-in and the bottom left again, no tanks this time, only the planetary. It's not gonna be enough. It's just gonna get sniped down. Planetary, no support. He's just lacking that vision. He needs that freaking sensor turret. Oh my god, the ghosts come in now and they're gonna snipe every single Hydra, so everything dies here. The whole ground force dies. He keeps one of the imposters alive. There is the Broodlords here, coming in. This is also a nice ledge to fight for Broodlords, of course. Now, come on, man. Yeah, Liberator, just use it in damage mode. Ah, he's gonna set up the siege. I mean, it's not terrible, of course. You zone out these Infestors away, and he will come in with a Thor Ghost here on the other side, the left. The few bio units that he has left in his composition. Let's have a look at the compositions. It's kind of crazy. 5 Marines, 7 Marauders, 3 tanks. That's actually very few. 5 Thors. He has a nuke, 10 Ghosts, 5 Liberators, 9 Vikings. Only 3 Medivacs. Of course, he has the upgrade at this point. Yeah, on the other side, 12 Broodlords, 16 Banes, 7 Corruptors, 5 Hydras, 4 Infestors, 2 Vipers. We do see a few Ghosts trying to make something work here, but the units did already evacuate for Azak plan. He will just now start to establish these fringe bases. I'm not sure if this is a little bit too late. Now Bjorn is gonna rotate to the right. I think he remade a few bio units there. Brings the Marauders and the Marines to the right, and he will stay with Ghosts and Liberators and Vikings here on the left side. Oh my god, man. The snipes, they always sound so heartbreaking. Yeah, this base for Cham is gonna get killed. He won't even cancel this one. So Bjorn kind of keeps this under control. This spot. And by the way, yeah, we want to see the Mulehammer drop those, man. Make some bank happen. Like he could float over one of these CCs, this one for example, to over here and just mule down the base. It would probably expire in like a couple of runs. Now, if he can hit a nuke, that would be amazing. But he doesn't have a nuke now defensively, so he will be able to kill this base. But he kind of needs some of these units back at home. Oh, is he gonna hit some of the Vikings? Yeah, only one though. He does have the Thors at home. They will keep the Broodlords at bay for now, but this right army is gonna get killed off here most likely. Hydras are gonna be swift enough to deal with this. One Viking might get away here. No creep anymore. If he can get these 3 ghosts and the Thor home, that's all he wants. Still has these 3 tanks sit down here. One at 0 kills, the other at 27 and 25. It's kind of crazy. Didn't remember. Oh, he made. I guess that's a new tank. One of those. Do we have a tank over here? Maybe somewhere. I wonder where the last one is. There it is. Okay. The mech is sitting at 2-2 for now, and +2 for the ship weapons. Should probably get +3 attack eventually as well. Know how long this is gonna take. Now big engage here, big fungal is gonna catch all of these Thors. The Thors want to fight these Broodlords, he needs to target fire them. Man, the Broodlords had a good engage here. But in the end, it's still Bjorn's army that just looks not depletable, and he does have the bank though going down. He needs to really start to exploit these bases here. I mean, look at this, this is gonna start to run dry, this is also starting to run dry. This is also not that healthy anymore. He's not really mining much from here. A nice EMP here. Ghost that does get killed. Kind of might want to engage with the Liberators at this point in the anti-air mode. To just AoE down as brutes. This is the most important base right now for Bjorn in the bottom left. And this base is the most single important base for Cham. Bjorn needs to scout this. He kind of want to push a sensor turret maybe a little bit forward upwards, or have like a marine stand on guard there all the time, or just place a freaking turret or something. I don't know, man. Just put a command center there. You have 20. 5. 10. That's 15. Okay, he almost has 20. Let's see if we're missing any crucial upgrades. We got Liberate, we got the servos, we got a lot of nice upgrades. We got cloaking for ghosts, we've got the Caduceus reactor, we've got the blue flame, and so yeah, building armor and everything is there for our Terran here. We have a big engage now. 333 units for the Zerg here. But the spellcasting has been superior here for Bjorn so far. That being said though, sometimes one fungal is all you need. This time it doesn't seem to be that fungal though that's hitting correctly here. And the ghost snipes are just so powerful. In combination with these Thors. He's remaking more Thors, but those are super expensive units. If you take a look at the units losses, or trading, the resources lost, it's actually not that far apart. Because those Thors, 7 Thors, those are basically like bases. So there's another hatchery. And yeah, he's gonna kill that one with the tank. That's kind of funny. Please float that command center already. He has a lot of stacked energy here. Look at that. I hope he has those properly, like inside his group. I don't think he has them in the group, actually, in the control group. Look at how low the other bases are on energy. He probably doesn't have them grouped up. There's another engage here. Into the center position there. And if you can snipe those infestors, maybe manually. But this is so much damage. Oh, nice fungal there on the ghost. If you can chain that one. Now they can cloak up. Should probably cloak. Oh, cloak. Okay, so he doesn't cloak, but he does keep most of them alive. They're running away from broodlings right now. It's kind of funny. There's the cloak coming in here. He will start to snipe some of those broodlords, but Bjorn's bank. We've been talking about this. It's just too small, and he never really mule hammered these bases. He's just scanning for like crazy. 3 Thors are gonna clear this space now. Can Cham get a kill on this 1 Thor? We need some medivacs, by the way. Yeah, he's making 4 right now. So this base is cleared again, and Bjorn can start to hover this orbital over there. Look at that. Let's see when he selects this one. Pretty sure those are not. I'm pretty sure those are not in the group. I hope he remembers them for the mules though. That's like 8 mules, right? So that's 8 times 300 in money. That's a big mistake, yeah. Scanning a lot ahead to kind of see those infestors with the fungals come in, because, well, you kind of need to do that, or if you get fungals, you're kind of out of the run anyways, right? It's a very powerful spell. Oh, he remembered these command centers. I think he just grouped them up. We will lose this Liberator here. But max out again, and Cham and the other hand is kind of starting to have difficulties to max out. He did sacrifice a lot of his drone count, but he needs to rebalance his economy a little bit. He's oversaturated in some places while he's not saturated enough in others. And he depleted all of his bank. Like, the last moments of trading weren't really in his favor. 50 to 40,000 at this point. It's 10k lead here for Bjorn. And he still has that. And there is the money. There is finally these guys. Oh, let's look at this. Oh, let's look at this. 3k, 3.4k, 3.7k. Boom. Boom, there's the stone. And another one. Oh, this is so much money. And if you're, like, lucky as Bjorn, he might be able to get even value still out of this base. Now let's see, Cham is maxed again. He's trying to push in one more time. He's bringing in everything. His damnedest, his worst. It's gonna be the big fight we've been waiting on, but into a sieged up Bjorn. Not sure if that's the one you can break. Cham, look at the ghosts kind of diving in and out with the snipes. The infestors don't connect, and the army is wrecked. Now what are you doing as Cham here? You will lose most of these units. Oh, that's a good fungal though. Bjorn a little bit overconfident. He needed an EMP first there. Went for the snipes on those brute lords. I think there's no vision on these, and GG is gonna be called here. What a game. What a game. That was a really good game. Bjorn and Cham there, crazy macro game. Not something you'd expect between those two. Best of 5. And let's hop into the next one. In the top right of White Rabbit, we've got Bjorn, who's up 1. Oh, by the way, and in the bottom left, we've got Cham. One ranks expand. Of course. What else could it be? And on the other side, that hatchery first into the gas pool. Gas pool. Gas. See that drone being a pool? Yes, I already do. There it is. Gas pool. So 3cc opening again here for Bjorn. Probably. We've seen 2 base openers as well, but very rarely. The 3cc is just too good. Going with the Reaper. I like it. It's a Spirit Emerald, quite literally. Bjorn is a grinder, really. The Reaper poking a little bit, doesn't really find too much. Can he get that snipe on the Creep Tumor? Yes, he does, and he does get away safe and sound. We do have the double gas again, so I'm expecting that cloak on the Banshees here again. This map. And yeah. There's the swap. See if he's gonna get Cloak here. There we go. Cloak. I always like a Raven, a good Raven opening as well. Or like a couple of Ravens even. Get into that interference matrix. Even though the Raven's not that strong anymore. Like, remember the Hunter Seeker missile? Yeah, man. Those were the Raven days. But you'd rarely get to those, actually. They were very slow and clunky units at that time as well. They've been paced up. So yeah, I always liked those Raven openings, kind of roaming with a double drop to get that creep back and out, basically, of the map. So 6 Hellions, 1 Reaper. He might commit in. Not sure if he has more Hellions behind this. He doesn't. And he is not making any more. So let's wait and see. There's the Banshee coming in as well. Yeah, it's just poking up and then like, no, your queens are here, so we're not gonna do it. Banshee coming in now. That needs to be careful as well. Like, this is not... Oh, there's no Spore ready. So that's a few free kills. In the end though, not too much. So kind of postures in between, and he's waiting for transferring drones, but there's no coming. So he tries to go in with the Hellions again, but that doesn't work. Third Commander is gonna finish up. Second Banshee coming in here. Oh, he couldn't find Amat. Oh, he doesn't see the drone. Oh, he sees it, but he's like, oh, it's too late. Oh, that got transfused there. Beautiful stuff here by Cham. And as soon as Cloak runs out, this Banshee is gonna evacuate. Can it get home, though? Ooh, that Queen putting on a lot of damage on this one. I think he might have lost the other Banshee, did he? No, he didn't. Where is it, though? Oh, it's on top of this hatchery. Of course, I don't see it. So we will get a cancel. That's quite nice, actually, there. The Hellion assisting in that cancel. There's a Spire. Oh, it's a Spire game. Lingbane Muta. It's a Muta game. Mutalisks. Oh, those are going to be great against those Banshees. Of course, they're not going to be the best weapon against Mass Marine, which Bjorn loves. He's like the Marine Master sometimes. But this is great, and he has no idea about this Spire. Look at that. 6 mutas. 6 mutas on the way. 3 base spire. Yeah, 7 mutas. Counting. So he will try to go for his kind of Hellbat push. You have those Hellions, so you'll use them as the Hellbats in that next push with the tanks. And yeah, it's gonna be a potent push. I always like it when the Terrans kind of do this. But they still need to learn how to actually position their tanks, sorry, their Hellbats correctly to really guard the tanks, I feel like. Kind of want to have the Hellbats surround the tanks in a way that the tanks won't die to Lings. Like if Bane's coming, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, you can kind of hold position like one over here, one over here, one over here. So you have like a 3 Hellbats per tanks. It's gonna be the best one. Kind of spread them a little bit. But yeah, look at that. They're not spread enough against these Lings right now. Champ coming in. He isolates the Hellbats a little bit, but the Marine fire is a little bit too much. He kind of went and fought with Lings against the Hellbats, which just did not work out too well. But he will be able to clean out these last Marines, and he will be able to finish off the rest of these units here. The Geyser is lost, but it can always be remade. The Banshees did do a little bit of economic damage, not too much though. 9 drones in total do fall with this attack. But there's gonna be mutas now on the map, and those are gonna be in higher and higher numbers here. We did see 9 more in the production tab. We're looking at 13 right now. And if we get up to 20 mutas and stuff like that, those are numbers which are gonna be quite powerful. Gonna shoot down that last Banshee and come in here and snipe things. The fast swiftness of the mutas is gonna be their weapon, and it just comes down to the execution. Cham is someone who really enjoys Mutalisk styles. He's very good with those as well. So let's see how he goes about this one. He's gonna try to crush this. He really needs to get some muta upgrades. He will kill that tank, and I think he can actually kill this army. Oh, he's so fast, man. You're like underestimating how fast Lings are sometimes, and mutas are so fast as well. It's insane. Bane's also coming in. They're trying to get the connect, but man, he's chasing this all the way home. All the way home. All the way home. Like, all the way home. Oh my god, this might be end of the game. He's on top of the production. There's nothing for Björn. Oh, this is like the worst. This is the worst, man. Bam. Bam. This is like one of those campaign missions, man, where your whole base is under fire. The Zerg just made the entrance and it's on top of the production. There's mutas everywhere, there's like Lings everywhere, everything's kind of starting to catch fire. You're fighting with your Marines and Medivacs to try to win the fight somehow still and try to accumulate some massive Marines, but GG has to be called eventually. And Cham does get a rekill in the map score here. Really well done by Cham. That was a lovely kind of identification, a lovely read into the game. And he just knew, alright, I can just keep on chasing you, and he chases him all the way back. He keeps on looking at what he faces there in the army. He of course kills a lot of units on the run. And in the end he just snowballs that fight so hefty that Björn just is on top of his production and he just dies. He ran back too far. He ran back too far. He needed to stand his ground somewhere around the 3rd base or something. It just didn't work out. It's not how it works. Crazy. In the top right, Tourmaline, we've got Björn. In the bottom left, it is Cham. What a crazy game. I love his muta style. I want to see more of that. Let's play some more muta this game. Mutas. Okay. So triple CC again here from Bun, most likely. I'm really hoping for another meter game here from Cham. Play the Ling Heavy again, Ling Bane Muter. Just don't change anything from game 2. Like, just make it again. Do it the same way. Play the control game. Try to fight the armies. Like, he didn't go for much harassment with the meters. He tried to fight everything and basically isolate armies and catch them while they retreat. Because you can't really retreat from meters. That's the crazy thing. The Terrans, they're so drilled to just move back and retreat with their armies. You can't really do that against meters. If there are too many meters, you can't do that. They're faster in you anyways, and they will keep on piling the damage on top of your units. So you kind of need to stand your ground there. It's almost impossible to retreat. Like single medevacs sometimes with a boost, they can do like a small retreat or something. But only to like another force you have somewhere set up already, which is close. This is crazy actually. Like me realizing this because we have seen so few meter games. But you can actually shift that. If you play this correctly, you can kind of shift the meta in this matchup. There's the potential for that with mutas. In the mid game, just have them unlocked, play the muta style, and just take the fights. Even you say like, yeah, mutas are really bad at fighting, but you kind of take the fights on the reinforcements, then you isolate the army with the links, and then you bring in the mutas again and just take the fights. I think what you need to be doing as a Terran is you need to focus fire the mutas. Against someone like Cham, you need to start to focus fire mutas in these engagements. You can't just A-move. You can't just leave it up to the AI to perfectly kill everything for you. No. It's like the clicking on the Banes. You need to be doing that, I think, eventually here. So this is a very fast stim, 3cc fast stim here. I don't think we do see a Banshee or like a Starport at all. Yeah, there's no Starport. So he did go stim before Starport even. That's super fast, man. That's insane. That is really crazy. Now let's see what the Reaper Hellion group can get done, because they're not gonna get reinforced, so he probably will just try to do what he can with these. They're not gonna grow any bigger. He's just gonna keep that creep at bay, but this is gonna be a huge bio follow-up. Very, very fast. The issue is this is not gonna be with any medevacs. He's just going into... Oh god, he starts armor again first. Why? Is that like a... Is it a challenge? Bjorn, is that a challenge? It might be a challenge, I'm not sure. But we see this is an all-in here from Cham, 40 drones, a lot of Roach Ravager Ling coming in here. It's gonna try to bust the Terran, and this is a big bio play. Let's see how this actually fares against each other. I feel like this should be better for Cham, but I don't think Bjorn is gonna die to this. He doesn't have the Banshees though. We do see there's nothing that shoots up for Cham. And yeah, Bjorn is fighting with his SCVs. He doesn't have that free damage, which he could have. Like a Banshee totally shuts this down, but he doesn't have those units. He's gonna use Stim here, and he has to fight with a lot of SCVs. Can he make this stand happen? I think the answer is yes, but it's gonna be very costly. He'll lose a bunch of his workers. Of course, Cham did not remake more than 40 drones, or did not make more than 40 drones. My Bjorn, 25 SCVs down. He has no healing power, he has no sustain for his army, of course. 30 SCVs down. Can Cham snowball this? It looks like his momentum is just a little bit too slow. Like this base is a red herring. His momentum is just a tiny bit too weak here. We do see the upgrades come in now for Bjorn. +1 armor, +1 damage, combat shields, the first 2 medivacs, healing power, staying power, it's finally there. Can he make this happen? It's such a prolonged all-in here from Cham, but he is doing enough for now. If he can kill that base, of course. The Biles here. These 3 SCVs need to get on the repair there actually, and not just run rampart here. The base is still burning, by the way. Can you please repair this? So there is one guy repairing it. Now he gets pulled into the action though. I hope he doesn't miss this one. This could be a fatal error. He lands that CC over here. So he's pushed off the bases and Cham is expanding. He's like, alright, I did make a natural move. That's enough. So we can get the income going. He makes more drones. He makes that. Bjorn, you need to repair this one. No, 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 doesn't need to go mining, you need to repair this one. Bjorn. Ah, God. Thank God. He's trying to push down again, and he has a healthy command center, so he's like, alright man, we can do this, but he doesn't seem to have enough ground. Looks like this... no Banshees is just the fatal blow for this one. Man, that was so much burst on the command center. That 2 times and it's dead. So Bjorn does establish his natural, and in that time Cham does finish up his 4th base. He has this fully saturated. He is going into 1-1 upgrades as well. There's gonna be the drop now though, heading across the map, and I wanna see a Spire. At this point I wanna see a Spire. I think a transition would be really, really nice here. It's like a... it's kind of like a crazy move, but I feel like it would work. They're coming in here from that high ground. There's not enough defenses in place for Cham, so there should be a lot of damage. He's losing some of these units, the Queen, and a very fast pickup. So Bjorn doesn't really want to trade these Marines. He wants to get as free damage as he can get, as much free damage, I guess. That's not where you get it. Look at that, a lot of roaches in place here. He's gonna bring in more units. Even a couple SCVs that were on repair duty there for that medevac are coming with the army. This 3rd CC still hasn't been landed. I mean, Terrans, they only need the 3rd CC in the dream, right? There's gonna be that drop here again in that 3rd base. The push on that 4th base is gonna happen very soon, but... right. There's just so much Roach Ravager still. And of course it has been reproduced and it's getting upgraded. We're looking at 1-1 very soon here. There's no 2-2 coming in for Bjorn. That's not something he invested into. He didn't see these Evos, so he doesn't know about this. And now, if he clicks ever one of these units, he's gonna notice, hey, wait, what? He actually went into upgrades? Oh, I guess I'm way further behind than I thought. He will shoot down this Queen. And he will trade against these drones a little bit. He's also fighting here on the bottom side. But there's again that big push here from Cham trying to get into the Terran base. Now there's one... oh, there's actually a lot of defenses here. You're gonna have a difficult time to breach that position. You can kind of kill... oh, that's lovely here. He can kind of kill this wall of depots, which he mostly did. But that's about it. There's like 4 tanks behind. There's the 5th one. There's a bunker. There's a bunch of Marines. There's a bunch of medevacs. He's so ready for an attack. Wow. I guess it makes sense, like he kind of needs to be in that turtled up position because Chem is up 100 supply. Now of course it's 80 drones almost, so that's a lot of that supply, and Roach supply is very inflated, but there's the tunneling claws, there is no turret. Oh, he makes the turret! Is it gonna be too late though? Oh my god, I think it is too late. Oh, he needs to scan this. You see it, like this big of a shadow. Yeah, he sees it, he unsieges. He doesn't see it, he doesn't notice. There's the roaches, they pop. And the units do come back here. He tried to get outside, but man, 20 SCVs falling in an instant kind of here. Marines trying to keep that 2-2 upgrade alive here. Finally has been done. But Björn is already GGing, seeing that army on the third base also come in. And yeah, that's all she wrote here for Mr. Björn. So 2-1 for Cham in this best of 5. Really well played for now. Let's see if we can finish him off, right? That would be a really good achievement. A best of 5 against Björn, that's a big feat. I can't boast myself to have done that. So yeah. If it's the best of 3, Cham already is ahead. Or like done, it's already through. But there's a best of 5, so let's see if he can close it out, or if Björn is gonna make that comeback happen finally. Did take the first map, of course, but the rest haven't been looking that hot for him. In the bottom right, it is Björn. This time we are on Winter Madness. Zerg in the snow, it is Cham. Okay. Commands in the first year from Björn. That's greedy. But then it's actually difficult to punish. We see the same opening for Cham. It's not going to be a 3 hatchery, of course, because it's not. He doesn't know that this is a command center first. This will be quite a nice lead here for Mr. Björn. And Cham won't even know this. Like, he's only gonna see there's no Reaper. There might be a delayed Reaper eventually, but yeah. That's gonna take a while. Then the Overlord might eventually find this. I don't think there's gonna be that Marine to chase the... Oops, that was the wrong button. The wrong mouse button. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna make a Marine to chase down the Overlord. I guess he does. Let's see if he can actually intercept it though in time. I don't think. I think he should be able to. It's gonna be the factory. And he will find the timing of the factory, which is gonna be odd. This is not how it is supposed to look. And the Marine is gonna chase out the Overlord, so he sees this setup and it's like, yeah, it's quite normal setup, but the factory timing is kind of odd, right? Isn't it? Are you doing something weird? You did not see the base, but you can kind of estimate that this is happening. Oh, this is a 2-base muter here. It's the counterplay. It could be a Nidus, of course, we don't know this yet. You never know with the Zerg. Yeah, it might be a Nidus. This Drone Knight, this super fast of a lair, he could... No, it's not gonna go for a Banging Bus, that would be on lair. Not on lair, I guess. Hatchery tech only. So let's see, Björn. Where's your third CC, right? That's a big question, because this is gonna be a very aggressive style here from Cham. There's no Muta Palace yet. There it is, the Palace of Mutalisks. The Spire. So it's gonna be the 2 base Muta here indeed. 1 Hellion to scout. There's a second one to join us up. He only sees the creep. He sees no 3rd base yet. It's like wondering, hey, I did go for ECC first, why don't you have a 3rd base? And Björn has thrown down his own 3rd command center. He will be able to drop a few marines here, and this is gonna be quite fast actually, before that spire is even remotely done. So maybe he gets the information he needs and then he just throws down like 3 missile turrets and that's gonna be fine. You can just play a normal game. He still doesn't have a engineering bay yet, so he cannot get any upgrades for his marines, the +1, I wanna say. Attack upgrades or defense upgrades. There's a nice cancel here for Björn on that base. Which Cham, the 3rd base, already pretty delayed because of that 2 base Muta, but I mean, you should probably know at this point. He's going into the double engineering bay. There hasn't been a Nidus. There's an attempt to go into a 3rd base. And usually you do see the 3rd base a little bit earlier for the Nidus play because you want to have that additional lava. Now, Aliens are even going to spot the spire. It's a perfect scout here. And this 2 base Muta is not going to work, I think. He went a little bit too fast in that layer. And yeah, he paid with a lot of drones for that and a lot of income for that. Let's finish this wall off, by the way. Oh yeah, I love that turret, by the way. Kind of getting almost in the way there. Oh, this is open. You can walk in, come in. See, he doesn't come in. There should be a hole here, pretty sure. Our Liberator making its way across the map is gonna be ready and steady here in that position. Will he shoot drones? Yeah, he did target some drones. Only 2 though, so good defense. The Lynx are posturing to check for the 3rd base, which is, well, which is already done, but it's not there yet. And there we see the Roach Warren and the Evo Chamber. So will he try to transition out of this? He only went into 3 mutas, so it is kind of, or 4 I guess, it is kind of a little bit of a fake. Showing them like this. It's also a little bit weird, I want to say. Like, you don't show 3 mutas after you've already shown 3 on the defense. That's not how this works. Second Evo Chamber on the way here. Muta and Link coming back. I'm not sure if I like this. He invested so much into these super early mutas. Then of course they do get scouted, right? Which is a shame. Honestly, I would have loved to see a fake. Where you're like... it's difficult though. Like if your 2 base gets scouted, you kind of need to make that 3rd base. 2 base muta, it just doesn't hit correct anymore. It's so weird because you just need to stay defensive as the Terran basically. There's gonna be the turret. Try to deter those mutas and actually it will get picked. Oh no. The turret is gonna kill 2 of the mutas. There's also gonna be that big push from Björn across the map. Can Cham hold this one? He has a bunch of roaches, but they don't have any upgrades. There's one run already done for the Marine. It's them to bio here. No combat shields yet though, so the health is a little bit lower, but they will plow through these roaches, which are just slow roaches. Very hatchery tech low roaches here. This stage. Even the Queen's falling. The Marine counts will eventually die off, but he did a lot of damage. He lost a bunch of SCVs, 9 SCVs did go down, but he can spare SCVs, he doesn't need those. Actually making a lot of turrets. That 3 muta attack really kind of put the fear of mutas into him. It's kind of funny. It's literally, it was like 3 mutas. Maybe it was all 4 of them, yeah, he lost all 4 I guess. So. Now finally with combat shields, the Marines trying to drop again. They're gonna kill a couple of drones, sacrifice a couple of Marines. Not really too impactful here. But all you can do to make the army go back And yeah, Bjorn is setting up a few bunkers. He, of course, doesn't have tank support yet. He's finally starting to push that up. So he's actually making one of the factories a little bit more defensive there in the natural base and not at the third, where it usually is positioned. No tanks yet. Roach is coming in. There's a Widow Mine hidden under the command, so there's a nice spot here. I did not see that. And the Roaches didn't either, so a lot of splash damage there on those guys. They do have their 1-1 finished up, so they're going to be beefy now again against these Marines here. The bunker did finish up, and one tank is here to save the day. Now tunneling claws and burrow again. One medevac is still trying to harass here. Roach Ravager coming in. Just gonna throw down a couple of biles, deal some damage to the command center. Check if the army is still around. Medevac coming in. We're probably gonna get sniped by the queen if he's not careful there. Very low at this point, 12 HP. And are we gonna go into a long game again here? Chem throwing down a 4th base. He's trying to get into 2-2 upgrades now. He's playing Roach Ravager for now, but eventually wants to do something different. We do see the infestation pit coming on. Yo, MW. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Yo, definitely Chem is doing well for himself. Yeah, he has that 2-1 lead in the series, but in this game it's actually not looking that great for him. I mean, look at the upgrade time. He just starts 2-2 and we should be seeing 3-3 getting started now. Like, Bjorn is a little bit sloppy, but he already has 2-2 finished. He's setting up his 4th command center, so he's actually faster to the bases than Chem is, and Chem is struggling to recover from his opening. Ah, that's not helping. The one Marine, I guess he gets that one. Gets acid up. But yeah, there's the push out that we've been afraid of. 5 tanks with this army, 9 medevacs and 86 Marines. That's more Marines than Roaches. Well, that's usually how this works, but man, a lot more. And they have 2-2. Done. Wasn't really able to utilize tunneling claws here yet, so that's a little bit of a missed investment. He does have the burrow. He could heal up his Roaches, which kind of needs to start doing. You want to utilize what you got for efficiency. This throw down a fungal, but not too great. He bites down a tank with that, I guess. The drop in the main is getting set back, but this is the very early drop. This is still going on, still dealing damage. Dropping in the main again, dropping in the 4th base here, and pushing at the 3rd at the same time. Tunneling claws coming in now. Can he snipe these tanks? That would be all of that anchor to this army, and 2-2 is about to finish here very soon. That's a nice round. The tanks are gonna get crushed, but the Ravagers also do fall. Not enough frontline here for those Ravagers. Finally, the Roach is coming from behind. 2-2 does finish up, but still, he GG's out. 56 drones against 77 workers here. Well, Bjorn evens out the score 2-2. So we've going 1 Bjorn to 1 Chem, 2nd Chem, 2nd Bjorn. Now who's gonna win the final map? It's literally up in the air. Could be anyone. Yeah, Chem didn't really look good in this game, unfortunately. He had the very fast Spire on, like, I don't know, 30 drones or something. He went into a Spire that was just too fast, and he was so far behind from that point. Bjorn just did scout that as well, so that didn't work out for him. In the top left, Taito Citadel, the last map of this best of 5. We've got Bjorn. In the bottom right, it is Chem. Now, what are we gonna see this game? Bjorn did go for a command center first, of course, in the last game, and Chem did try to fight that with the fast mutas, which were scouted and then literally didn't do anything. He only committed to 4 meters, so he tried to recover from that as good as he could. But in the end, it's like a whole cycle. Like, he invested so much of the, sacrificed so much of the economy, that in the end it just was too much of a sacrifice here. And it just didn't work out. We are not going with that command center first this time. So that's a good news here for Cham. We will be going into a pool gas, which is a little bit unusual. Not gonna do much of a difference here. It's not like he's skipping the gas, so it's still there, but yeah. Pool definitely might be a little bit flustered, not sure. Let's see if he can play a good game here. Don't think this is anything that does something for his timing or so. There's the command center for Björn, and let's see if he goes into that fast cloak or if he tries to play this differently. We've seen the fast cloak a few times, but this could be the 3cc before that Banshee commitment, before the second gas. Basically, we need to keep an eye on the gas here. And as long as he doesn't take that geyser, it means there's not going to be cloaked Banshees. Reaper coming in here, trying to snipe a drone, but we'll get pushed back. Command center finishing up. Reaper's still trying to snipe that tumor, but doesn't really find the timing. Of course, that one Overlord being sniped off is a big deal. You're 28 out of 30. I guess the other way around. 32 out of 28 supply. And still supply locked here. Finally unlocking the supply again. So that was a lot of growth stifled here. Can we see this? I guess not really, no. That was only the army. It doesn't make a lot of sense here. So yeah, Cham's growth being stifled there quite a bit. And we do see the 3rd CC Hellion Banshee now, but no cloak. Don't expect cloak on this one. It simply doesn't have the gas. So that's just not gonna work here. Hellions are trying to roam the map a little bit here to see what they can find. There's also not much on the map for Cham yet. First Banshee gonna pop here very soon. 2 more Hellions joining the fray. A couple of Marines standing guard at home. I want to see that battlecruiser style that Mauro did play the other time. It was crazy. I need to go back and kind of go through the replay and check out the build, because he went like super heavy CC and went a lot of scans. And then he kind of avoided the infestors that tried to neural him by just scanning ahead, and he always teleported away, and then he walked into and just killed the buildings. He walked into the bases and killed the buildings. From Reyna again, by the way. That was an RSL, I want to say, last year. So it's been a while ago, but that was a really cool game. Now Banshee coming in here trying to get anything it can, but not finding much. Just gonna get pushed out very easily here. Hellions though could do something else here. They're gonna find an angle and they will kill 2 drones, but need to evacuate here. Lings are fast and they're ready and they're hungry and they like their mechanos, their mechanical gears. And tires, they really love tires. There's that supply drop. Glad we catch that one, or caught it. The Banshee's coming in from the left. And they will force a cancel here. Can he get a kill? Oh no, a second cancel though. This is actually quite painful. They don't have cloak, so Cham tried to get a full, like, he tried to get them to commit even more so he can actually get the kills. He was prepared to pay another cancel for that, or even a couple cancels. But yeah, this is looking good for Bjorn so far. Getting the cancel twice. Infestation Pit on the way here. And there's the first double drop coming across the map. Still lacking combat shields, still lacking all of these good upgrades for the Marines. But he will come in now. Stim is done. Combat shields is gonna be done as well in a moment. The 1-1 is gonna be too late for this one though. He will just lose a few. Actually, combat shields was too late as well for the first engagement, so it doesn't have that additional health. And well, now the upgrades are done for Cham as well. Cham's starting to re-establish himself here a little bit more. Bjorn trying to trade his damages here against the creep, but Cham is really hunkering down on the creep defense there. Doesn't want to lose that too much. He's already going up to his 5 base setup here. And on the other side, the command center for Bjorn, it's not there yet. I don't see a 4th command center yet. Cham is growing very fast here. This could be a really good sign for Cham. If he can kind of keep that base alive. This one. This one should be okay. It's covered by a lot of creep, but there's an army rotating here into the north. And there's still that double drop that could come in somewhere else. He hasn't opened this one up yet. He's gonna open it now. There's that Infestor though. That could be a key unit here in the next engagement. We'll have to wait and see. Bjorn is gonna drop into the main base first. Then he tries to come in here to cancel the space. But the Infestor is enough to scare away Bjorn there. As Scan is revealing that unit, the terrifying unit. And Bjorn will just pull out. He's gonna throw down his own 4th. Just work on 2-2. He has the armor upgrades on the way, so this will be a Widowmine style. We'll probably start Widowmine production very soon. This is gonna be Ultralisks. Oh god. Oh god. Does Bjorn notice this? Cham though, he needs to go into the upgrade for the Infestors. He already has the Infestor. Now he needs that Shroud. Let's check it. Check the name, the Microbial Shroud. Okay. So this is like, this makes Ultras unkillable almost. They are gonna be like some of the craziest, tankiest units in the whole game. If they're under those Shrouds, it's insane. And yeah. It reduces the damage by half before the armor upgrades. So an Ultralisk has what? Like with Kindness Plating at +3. I think it's 1 base armor. Then +2 from Kindness, that's 3. And 3 armor, it's gonna be 6 armor, right? Got a Marine. They shoot at 7 damage right now. +2 is 6, 8 damage. Maybe Ultras even have 2 base armor, I'm not sure. But like whatsoever. So a Marine has, even if they have 9 damage, if it gets reduced by half, it's gonna be 4.5. And then you have like more armor than damage. Oh my god, the fungal and the follow-up base! Oh my god! Cham, man, with the super engages here. But in the end, the math turns out that the Marine does only do damage every second shot, and that's only 1 out of the 400 health that the Ultralisk has. So yeah, this upgrade is gonna be like a killer in that match. And even Marauders, they're like so weak against Ultralisks. You need ghosts. Like, there's no alternative, because I think that's the only thing that is not being reduced. Like against Armored, yeah, 24 damage. Yeah, you'd think like nice, but actually it's not working out, because under the Shroud 50% reduction, so you go fall back, drop down back to 12 damage, and then armor. Right, 6 armor. So a Marauder does go down from like what is it usually? They're at like 24 damage against the Armored, so then they have like what is it? 6 armor, let's say 6 armors, right? So they have like 18 damage against an Ultralisk per shot. They go down to 6. Like, that's reduced by 3 times. It's insane how sick that spell is. And he's not getting it. I can't believe it. It's like the ultra spell. It's the best spell to use with Ultralisks. It's not even close. It's insane. Like, it's the spell that literally forces your opponent to make Liberators and Ghosts and nothing else. And you can just kill this army and for free. For energy. But he's just not getting it. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm speechless. It's the best spell. Can literally break a planetary with one Ultralisk. Maybe that's a little bit overstated, but yeah. So good. So now we do see, of course, the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines actually are gonna work okay against the Ultras. And we don't have the Shroud, by the way, so he's at 6 armor, so yeah, they'll eventually have 7 armor, by the way. There's the 2 Banshees going down. Tried to shoot down that Ultralisk, but that didn't work out. The Corruptors did get the re-kill here. And this base was killed off, but Cham is just double expanding to make up for it. Can he get this base from Bjorn lifted? Well, he gets the lift. Can he get it killed? I don't think so. This wasn't really much of an income advantage generated by him here. Just a lift on that base just didn't do much. Because there wasn't really anything mining there as well. There's so much for that. But Bjorn, I mean, he's kind of just standing in the middle. But that means you have a lot of map control here as Cham, if you want to use it. He has kind of 2 armies split up. I really hope he goes into more Infestors. I really hope he goes into that upgrade, into the Shroud. It's such a good upgrade. We did do the math earlier. It's so big that it gets applied before armor. It's the worst, basically. It works on any ranged attack. So it also works, of course, against the Ravagers and Roaches if they stand below those Shrouds. So it works for you if you can utilize that for your own Marines and Marauders stand under that, yeah, but there's always going to be the Ultralisk coming in, so you just can't kill them. Needs some more of those. Oh, he's going into the Liberator Core and a second starport, so we'll see more Liberators here with the range very soon. Cham rotating to the south here. A little bit of a skirmish here in the center, but not too much. And Bjorn is just trying to establish this high ground for himself. Turrets, mines, sensor turrets. No command centers though. No additional planetaries. This planetary is gonna get broken, but again, no microbial shroud here. I feel like it's a bit of a mistake, actually, a big mistake. Could have saved a lot of these Zerg lives. And Cham is just establishing more and more bases. This map is huge, actually. Taito Citadel. How many bases do we have for Bjorn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can grab a 6th one really easily. And on the other side we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases right now. Probably going into 8 bases very soon. And that's in the bottom is a gold base, I think. Let's check this out very quick after this fight. Ooh, Link's getting splashed on here. Oh, he does throw down a lot of good fungals. Does the planetary survive? No, it does get taken down. Oh, this infestor! Oh, Bjorn is the merciful. He lets it live. And yeah, this is a gold base even, so this mines out fast, so Bjorn needs to be on his toes there. Like, Cham's already mining in the north. And, like, yeah, transfer these guys, come on. Mine out these remote locations, but this, like, if it ever gets mining, it's gonna be drained so fast. One muter. There's the meter switch. This is not Brood War. There's no place for one muter. There's no plague to grind down vessel HP. Or air unit HP or something. And some nice Widowmine shots here, but big clash coming in from Cham. Can he overwhelm? Or is Bjorn gonna hold? Looks like Bjorn's hold is gonna be fine for now. And he has a lot of units coming from the south. If he can snipe these infestors, he does get 2. That's actually quite expensive here for Cham. But Cham is out mining. He has more money. Look at the income advantage, is quite huge in favor of Cham. Only sometimes peeking back there with those mule hammers here for Bjorn. There's the Greater Spire coming in. So many CCs. This is funny, like, it's a planetary off-center. Already has 8 kills, already paid for itself, I guess. Bjorn is trying to snipe the infestor there. It does get fungal, so the snipe gets interrupted. Should have probably EMP'd first and then sniped. He does get a kill on his base on the bottom left with another remote army that he was using there. And he's setting up more and more turrets over here. I'm not sure if I like that choice. Set up a command center or something like that, a planetary. I feel like, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I mean, look at this thing. It's dealing so much damage. 20 kills if you get this repaired. There's also a big engage here in the south though. The screen, and this is going way better for Cham. The planetary is still alive. Will it burn down? I think it will go down. We'll jump over there in a second. Oh, the Ultra will also get killed off. Planetary is gonna fall, and that orbital also might die here. It's a lot of damage actually. Bjorn is gonna use that orbital. Oh, he wanted to land that over there. He's like, no. Needs to repair this. Bro, this is dying. Bjorn, you're killing me, man. Can you please repair this? It's... Fuck. Sorry. Come on. Damn, man. He is really making my heart rate go. Okay, so he does repair that command center. Lucky him. But that was a really good attack from Cham. That being said, though, the trading is insanely in favor here of Bjorn. And the issue also is that it's actually a little bit too much. So if Bjorn can keep this pace going, he will outmine Cham basically. Cham trying to go again, he's trying to overwhelm. But now the army from Bjorn is starting to grow bigger and bigger in every fight. Because he's losing SCVs, which he's not replacing. He's replacing with more and more army units. Oh my god, all of these Banes rolling through. But this is a wall of death, and it's a Terran wall, and that's just Ultralisk screams. Baneling screams. He does kill again a lot of SCVs. But now, okay, I guess as Bjorn, you would probably start to remake a few SCVs at this point. But honestly, he still has a lot of saturation over here. You can grab some, bring them over here. This is mostly mined out. He kind of needs to get this base set up here. He has a depot for scouting purposes over there, but yeah. And he needs to get this going as well. Shem is trying to push this back, and it's gonna work out. But how far? He will push him back to the base, but he won't really get that army. It's a nice mine shot here, but it does also kill the medivac with that friendly fire. And in the end, a few of those bio units do get killed off. That thing is there, use it. So he only drops... Okay, okay. Alright. He drops 16 mirrors. Oh, one moment. One moment here. Got emergency. Right guys, we're back. I hope the sound is running. Yes, it's all is there. Okay, we're back. Sorry. That was a little bit of an incident, but we are back and into this game, yes. It's shaping up to be quite the epic one on top of that. And we do have... Well, so far Beyond trading way better. Look at that, we're almost looking at 20,000 resources difference here. So Cham needs to make something happen, he needs to ramp up the efficiency. That's why he's going into Broodlords now. He did start the transition over here, he's only looking at 4 at this point. He needs more open supply. He needs... Well, he actually has the money, that's the supply. I'm not sure why he's not making a few more. He's only making 4 for now to start trading and shelling away at this base. But this is the base that Björn needs to hold. Now, he cannot lose this. He needs to kind of keep that secured. Planetary is not getting repaired, so it will get busted down for now by only Lings and Ultras. But Björn immediately needs to kind of get something there again. And yeah, I'm a little bit sad about this. Like, no repair on the Planetary, definitely a mistake. If the Ultras is just walking through the field of Widow Mines, it doesn't really matter. And Björn does snipe the base down here in the bottom. So the more he can deny this, of course, the better it is. But Cham still has so many rich locations and mining locations. Actually, not that many. But he still has 2 fresh bases, basically, kind of. This is very rich. And this is extremely rich. Now, he has still a few leftover patches over here. And here is still, like, there's still 2,000 minerals over here. This is, like, almost mined out. So, yeah, the rest is dry. So, actually, this is a very important base here. We do have Björn also starting to run dry in this base. This base is also dried up now, and there's not much remaining here for the Terran. But he has this now. This is a full fresh base. This is still quite healthy. But we're starting to see this is about to deplete as well. And this is where most of the money has been sunk in here for Cham. Try to kind of establish a foothold over here. Try to break that from Björn. Now these Broodlords and Infestus, very expensive units dying there on the trail end of this fight here. And more snipes going down. Man, this is an expensive retreat. Again, 34,000 to 57,000 minerals or resources traded. An insane value difference. Of course, the creep is here. Like, it's here. Hello. And Björn doesn't even scan for that anymore. He scans for Infestus. But you will be able to pick off this base. And that's the only fresh base from Cham. He still has a very healthy one over here, which we said. But this is already starting, like, this is run out. The gases are run out. These geysers are still running, but they only have like 100 left in them. He's gonna be stuffed for gas very soon. He only has like these 2 geysers running in a moment. There's no gas left. And what can a Zerg make with minerals? Lings. What can a Terran make with minerals? Marines. I'd prefer the Marines. They can shoot air and ground. Lings very limited. They can, like 30 of those can get picked off by 1 Widow Mine in 1 shot. This base is also getting taken down here. He didn't fully mine these geysers, so they are all depleted at this point. There's nothing to gain anymore from that. But Björn could take this position, and it would basically spell doom here. He's trying to come in with a couple of ghosts here to snipe the the Broodlords. He does get a few of them. He knows if he can get those Broodlords sniped, the Ultralisks, they can't match the Liberators, right? So you can just chase them down eventually. If you can snipe down that air army. That siege composition. He will have free reign in this match. And those transfuses to counter the snipes, kind of ingenious and really working well there. But this is the opening that Björn was waiting for. The army exposing the bottom left position and another base falling. Big fungal though. Can he get the follow-up? No second fungal, no chain. The Ultras don't connect. The ghosts, if they get home, that's all you need. I mean, look at this. Björn is still mining a lot from here. He has really solidified his position. Another planetary is in place. He has another orbital landed here as well. He needs to get on those geysers. Those geysers are super rich, by the way. There's so much money in these geysers. Like, this is mine out, too. Boom. It's empty now. It finally starts up again. This has like 1,800. This has never been mined from. This is untouched. Chem immediately resaturating this. He still has these 5. This is really bothering me. He's not going to grab the rest of these minerals. There's a spore crawler bleeding down. It's unfortunate he did not try to push up into this area, and we see Byan now floating in command center. He has so many liberators over here. It's about 6 liberators, something 15 in total. 6 just in this location here. It's even 8. And then he has them kind of spread everywhere, as you can see here. There's a few over there and here and there, so a lot of liberator goes. He's making a few more marines now, so he has a mobile force also, because he just simply doesn't have the money anymore. But yeah, as I said earlier, what would you prefer in the ultra late game if you have nothing but minerals to remake units? Marines or links? That's a pretty clear answer. Now, big fight coming in here in the bottom. This might be the last fight of the game. The fungal really not hitting anything. Only a couple of ghosts there. Not enough Zerg units, even though this is a great spread. And finally we have a good fungal connecting another one, following this up. But nothing to follow up in the unit front. Too many air units here. Too many liberators. Just a lot of freedom. And this base is walking down there. It got denied by something. I want to say this was a bunch of links. Now we do have the ghost being a little bit overly aggressive, getting another big fungal in here, and Lynx coming in to try to trade this away. Overseer dragging a mine into the liberators, but that takes a lot more to take down these libs. Now Cham is out of everything. He's out of steam, he's out of money, he has 4 Lynx and 4 Broodlords. That's his army, 4 Corruptors, he has 4 of everything. But it's not gonna be enough to best 12 Liberators and 10 Ghosts, while Byan is remaking a bunch of Marines. What does Cham make? 4 Lynx and 2 Corruptors. He will be able, like, unless you unsiege these please eventually here. There's no Ultralisks left, you can unsiege them and just kill these air units. You've got 3-3 against 1-1. Oh no, he doesn't have 3-3, he has 2-1 only, okay. I guess, still stuck in the last game here. Yep. Another nice fungal, but as I said, nothing to follow it up. Gets another chain fungal in. The Broodlords, they just don't have it. Now, this might be the last hurrah from Cham, and it is gonna be GG here. What a game. Oh, I'm invisible. I turned Dark Templar here. There we go. What a game. Crazy game here. Wow. And Byan does take the series. What a well fought series by both players, I want to say. And what a great game. But in the end, justice has to prevail and the Zerg has to die. Because we know there's no justice for Zerg, it's only for Terrans. It's a Terran concept. Justice. Okay. But yeah. That does prevail, so the Terran does prevail and does manage to get that going. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. This is going to be time over, but I'm glad we finished this series. It's going to be time over here for us, so yeah. Go ahead and end the stream for the day. Hope you have some fun, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place, don't go anywhere. I guess come back tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff I've stacked up for casting, so yeah. It's gonna be a fun day. Stay tuned. Peace. See you again. Peace, 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 peace.